have you been? I have. Oh, Kelly. Also, I'm bringing presents for you to Mark's on the 24th.
Okay, you.
Sorry. Luke, how you been?
I've been good. Been good.
Good.
Luke, this time doing the
Hello.
podcast, you need to be. You're gonna speak more, right?
Well, has the podcast started?
Yeah, but only like 26 seconds ago.
Oh.
So I wrote a song.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
It goes something like this.
Okay, that's not coming through at all. Not at all. We didn't hear it.
I heard it. Open your ears.
Can you hear it at all?
I think everyone needs to stop.
We're
Nobody needs
hearing,
to
like,
talk.
every fourth note.
I think if nobody else talks, we'll hear it, and if he plays it closer.
That was the loudest chord I could ever.
No, it's like the background noise is like
So
not.
muffled. Yeah.
Okay.
Just keep playing. Keep playing.
Oh, Saltburn. Oh yeah, Saltburn. 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 Oh, Saltburn. Oh, Saltburn. Saltburn.
Hear you through the
Saltburn.
door.
That is my song that I wrote.
Oh my
Can't
gosh.
wait for verse 2.
Yeah.
Luke, you have to. You chose this movie. You have to read the synopsis of it too.
Read it?
Yes, in excruciating detail. When we get there,
Read
we're not
it,
there
so I
yet.
know.
We're not there yet, Luke.
Oh,
We
I
need
get it.
some kind. We're gonna have a. Okay, if we're doing this at 7:30 at night, we need some type of structure. It's almost 8.
Yes.
We need some type of structure, so we're not here till midnight, right? So I don't have that structure planned out, but we should read. I want Luke to read the synopsis because I think it'd be funny for him to read Saltburn synopsis when we get there. But, Matt, what do you think of it?
Well,
I may be way too loud.
Things I liked and things I didn't, but hell, it was sure entertaining, and I had a good time. Well, okay, Mark, what did you think about it?
I wasn't bored. I thought I would be because most movies are boring, but I was entertained the whole time. I'm not sure if I liked it. It was a good
The
movie.
synopsis is good.
Okay. It's a good movie. I just don't know. I probably won't rewatch it.
I probably don't see myself rewatching it, but I had a good time.
I think it's better on a rewatch, though.
Probably.
I think you can appreciate more out of it in a rewatch.
Well, Kelly, let me ask you.
Yeah.
I was telling Mark before you got on. I had quite a bit of this movie spoiled for me before I watched it. So watching it the
what?
first time, like, well, spoilers ahead for everybody.
Oh yeah, this whole
Um,
thing is gonna be a spoiler because we can't talk about the movie without.
They started talking about it on one of my podcasts just out of nowhere. It caught me off guard. And so they were talking about how it's like the talented Mr. Ripley, and like I knew like the plot. And I heard about something in a bathtub, so I was prepared for that. But so like I knew that the like twist, if you want to call it that, it wasn't really ever hidden.
Yeah, exactly. Well, 'cause I didn't exactly. All I heard about the movie before I watched it was that it was so disturbing and that it was one of the most disturbing movies ever made. It's really not.
It's really
pretty
not.
Tame. It's pretty
Yeah.
tame.
Have you watched Doom Generation? Get
No,
out of here.
I
Yeah.
literally told Luke, I
Yeah.
was like, "You've seen the end of Doom Generation. You're fine to watch
I-
this movie." I think people aren't used to having a movie like this be so mainstream and have such a high budget, and so this many people are watching it. Where it's just like, talk to a gay person. They're gonna say like 12 things that are more disturbing than what you just watched.
Even when I was watching it, when he was just like watching him in the bathtub, I was like, this is so Doom Generation coded. Like I thought of it while I was watching it, and
But yeah,
so yeah, I don't know.
because I don't think the fact that the movie is kind of like The Talented Mr. Ripley is ever hidden, because I didn't know that's where the movie went, but as soon as I saw him watch them have sex, I was like, oh no, he's a freak, and I don't trust anything
Yeah.
he says.
Right?
So it's really not a crazy twist. It's a
Luke-
crazy movie, but not a crazy twist.
I agree, because it's not even really a twist.
Well, yeah, like as
Uh,
soon as, like Kelly was saying, as soon as he's a peeping Tom, I'm like, I'm not on this guy's side anymore. Immediately. So
you're not? Okay, weird. Different reaction.
weird. Okay,
okay.
Luke.
Luke, thoughts?
I really liked it. If I were to put my thoughts into words, I mean, I did with my song. Is that
Your thoughts in
I-
the word.
I thought it was really good. I was surprised because I make mistakes sometimes going onto Letterboxd and reading reviews
Mhm.
when I should just live my life peacefully. That people hate this movie. Like it's either like they love it, they hate it, or it's 3 stars, and it's fine. Like it's like all
I
over the
think
place.
that's every movie.
Well, no,
I think
but
most movies are like 1, 2, 3, or 5 stars.
well, okay, what about 4 stars?
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad.
I don't know. I was like, this is pretty good, and then people were like, this is the worst movie of the year, and I was like, no,
Definitely not.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the
think
directing was good.
Yes,
It
I
was.
think it's crazy to deny that it isn't really impressive on at least a technical level,
Yeah,
and that it
yeah.
isn't beautifully shot.
it is absolutely beautifully shot. I will say the first half hour I was having a hard time seeing because everything was so dark, and then I realized that I can't. My TV settings were
That's
weird,
a
so I
you
switched to my
thing.
computer.
That's
Yep,
a you
and
thing.
it was fine. So yeah, no, I was saying I switched to my computer and it was fine. So
Did you
it's
watch
not-
during the day?
Yes.
Yeah, that's your
Ah.
first problem.
I did that with a movie, and I couldn't see a lick during the day.
There's something
that
we've
was-
watched before that like
House of the Dragon couldn't see anything when I was trying to watch it during the day.
House of the Dragon.
It's so dark.
Oh yeah,
It's so dark.
there's something. It wasn't Prometheus. No, that movie
No,
blinded.
Prometheus,
No,
that's-
that blinded me and then gave me a.
That's-
Did you guys watch this movie alone? Mark
Yes.
and Matt?
No, I watched it with Trini.
I think it's.
I was
more fun watching
afraid.
with somebody else.
I-
Oh, I think
I-
it's so much more fun with somebody else.
well, no,
Yeah.
that's good. I just didn't know how Trini would feel
it's
about
not
it.
that bad.
It's not that
Oh.
bad, but I didn't know if she would enjoy. Does she
You
like
guys-
it?
It was a lot of like just kind of looking at each other like
Hmm.
when like the bathtub. It was just like, oh, well, you know it's gross. Okay.
I'm less concerned about. It was that he licked the inside of the drain.
That's
It was
what it
rimming
is.
the drain.
that's-
He
Okay.
was rimming
Like,
the drain.
I was with you until you did that part. 'Cause
Okay,
that's so dirty.
so,
that
like-
part doesn't get clean.
The
You
yes.
were with them.
I was with you.
When they cut like in the beginning of the movie through everything, I saw him licking something and I thought it was the ground. So I knew that was going to happen and I assumed it was going to be the same type of thing off of the ground is what my head was
You just assumed that it would be that.
because well no okay, so Dylan is in trouble made a video saying like this movie made him physically ill and then so I was like this is gross for something and I was like people like but the fact that he was like gurgling the water was what was gross. It's like bath water. So like anyway, we would like give each other looks and she didn't hate it. But she said she
Okay,
would
good.
probably not watch it again, but it wasn't like we had fun watching it and usually we go to bed kind of early and we both stayed up till midnight watching it on a weeknight, which is not normal for us. I assumed like
Yeah.
especially with the type of movie I was just gonna turn it on and she was just gonna watch for a little bit and then fall asleep. But she stayed up the whole time watching it, so I think that's a good sign.
I think the pacing is really well.
Well,
Yes.
Really well.
well,
The pacing is so really well.
wait, I'm gonna stream for her and ask her to come give her opinion. Hold on.
Okay. I think that the pacing is really good because usually I'm so fucking distracted during movies, but it kept my entertainment both times I watched it.
What I will say is one of the things I was wondering was why they revealed so early that he was a freak and didn't make you like question it.
Hmm.
Can you guys hear that?
What?
What was that?
That was just a big old truck out. Someone with a big old truck and a little wiener outside.
What?
You know.
Matt's getting edgy. Mark.
Are you in your
Listen.
edgy era?
This-
You could just tell. Sorry, somebody drove by really loud.
He said they
I
had
want
a small wiener.
I wanted you to tell them your
Okay.
Saltburn opinion. What you thought of it.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I never want to watch it again.
Okay.
Fair enough.
We had a good time watching it.
Yeah, it was cool. in a way.
Thoughts on grave humping?
Not my
Oh, yeah.
vibe.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Can you hear them? He said-
Different strokes for
he said-
different folks.
Yeah.
He said thoughts on grave humping, and I said not my vibe.
Oh, great. No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No?
Alright.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Straight
you.
Is that
A.
it?
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
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 So you know what's funny is I watched that movie on Valentine's Day.
I knew it. I
But
knew you would.
also, right before I watched it, Katie showed me that The Loft posted Happy Valentine's Day with a picture of Barry Keoghan on top of the grave.
Oh my
Like
god.
it was meant to be.
I thought it was really funny.
It's like a level 1 necrophilia, I'd say.
Well, yeah,
Because
he
it wasn't
didn't even
the body.
Yeah.
He penetrated.
was just
the
DEFCON
dirt.
5.
the dirt,
But he did penetrate.
and it was just loose dirt.
He did
Um,
penetrate a grave, so I'd say it's level 1 necrophilia.
So how
At
many?
least it was like soil.
That's what
If
I'm
it was
saying,
like
so it's level
hard
1.
dirt, it would have been like, ooh.
Oh, so it's not ew because
yeah,
it's
so
soft soil? Explain
Well,
yourself.
and it was
He's putting
raining, so it was a little
himself into
muddy.
all perspective.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
an interesting way to go about it.
Should we give the synopsis now before we start diving into weirder stuff?
All right. I'm just reading the IMDb synopsis.
The long one, yeah?
The long one, bro.
All right, bro.
In late 2006. Also, okay.
Thoughts on 2000?
Yes.
Thoughts on this? Superbad came out in 2007. They're watching Superbad now. Oh, I had a theory. But is
No,
it
say your theory because
my theory?
your
was
theory
that
is
because
exactly
they're
what Emerald
rich.
Fennell said.
Because they're rich, they got Superbad early because they're the top 1% of the 1% who plays God without permission, and they get Superbad. Before
Ah,
everybody
for your
else.
consideration.
Luke,
Yes.
I watched an interview with Emerald Fennell and she said that exact thing.
See,
Oh, really?
She went, I know that it came out in 2007, but my idea is that
It's 'cause-
Elsbeth had a friend.
So me and Emerald are friends now.
Okay.
Do you guys think it's weird to make a movie about like these super upper class rich people, and the person who directed it was born into like a super rich family? Is that strange?
That's every one of these movies. Well, also,
That is true.
I don't think that this movie is necessarily about class.
It's not. Well, I thought it was going to be more about it
Yeah.
because the trailer sure made it seem like it, but then it was just like, oh yeah, these people are rich. That's just like the backdrop
Yeah.
of it.
Well, it could also be
Yeah.
like if you're born into that, you could see the bad sides of it too, and so it's just kind of like calling that out.
Yeah.
Right, but it's an interesting film because I've seen criticism about it because it's like, what is it exactly trying to say about class?
I don't even think
But
it
it's
is.
like, I don't think it is trying to say anything because it's also revealed that he's also upper middle class.
It's like the difference between upper middle class and upper class. Yeah.
I felt like that one scene from Bodies, 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 where Alice is like, your parents are upper middle class. When we visited his parents, because he's not even like he's not as rich as them because like who is,
Right.
and
Who owns a
he's
castle?
on a scholarship or
Yeah.
whatever, but he's not poor. Like he's not well off. You
Right.
know what I mean? And so I think people misinterpret it that it's supposed to be about class, and they're like, ooh, really missed the mark on this because it's like someone lower infiltrating and killing them. So I think people misinterpret it by thinking that it's like he's the bad guy. Wait,
Right.
hold on.
Wait.
Because
Wait.
hold on. I think
Hear me out.
what I'm saying is that he is bad. He's awful, and people think that that movie is saying that lower class people are bad and awful, and they're trying to ruin rich people, which is not at all what the movie is trying to say because he's not even lower class.
That's not. Yeah, they're trying to say this guy is a pathological liar and a sociopath, and that's about it. Like,
Well, I think it's
there's no
trying
reason
to
for it.
say a lot more about desire and the obsession with beauty than it is anything about class. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do agree with that.
Okay.
Speaking of beautiful things, I loved the last shot of him dancing around the mansion. There was something about I downloaded the song after I heard it
It's
too.
so fucking good.
something about the way he was dancing that was like, this is how I feel when they say
Uh-oh.
like dance like no one's watching. Like I don't know, it was Barry Keoghan, him and Jacob Elordi and Rosamund Pike. Just
I
everyone
think,
in this movie did a
yeah,
great job.
yeah. Luke, go ahead, sing the song.
Murder on the dance floor. Whoa, whoa. It's a murder on the dance
He
floor.
doesn't know the next line.
Whoa, whoa.
All right.
Thank you.
That'll be available
Ooh,
on
I
iTunes.
have a
and
hot
Apple Music.
take.
Okay.
People think too much about movies.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah, I
Not
agree,
you.
though.
Not you.
After what I just did,
Except
No.
except you.
I agree.
Except
but,
you. When people are mad at movies for different reasons because
Yeah, I
they
hate
think that they understand a message, when I'm like, it's cool. Like, I understood that there was something going on there. I didn't think anything of it, which is probably to my detriment if I don't understand movies, but it's fine.
No, I agree with you. People
you
take
know-
movies too seriously.
That's
I
the
agree.
thing.
Like I definitely used to be one of the people who takes movies too seriously, and I'm trying to be better about that and just kind of having fun.
Ooh,
And
does that
even
mean
if
you'll
I'm
give
looking-
Malignant another shot?
Honestly, probably.
Yes.
And but like I'll still look for the meaning, but like not get hung up or upset if it's not exactly what you know what I mean? Where it's like that's what I meant by like I had a fun time watching Saltburn.
Mhm.
It sure was a movie. That's a movie.
Movie's job should just be to keep you entertained
Yeah, and it did that. So
and not cause destruction. And most movies
Yeah.
are entertaining, and they don't cause destruction, so they're fine.
you know what movie was? Oh, I lost it.
Okay.
Never mind.
You know, guys. You know what's funny is that Luke's only
was trying to
said
get a movie.
2006 so far.
No, I said in late 2006.
Okay, thank
Sorry.
Funny
Okay.
is it? How funny is it though that our first introduction to this family in this house is them watching Superbad?
It's
How
so weird.
funny is that?
Yeah.
That is so funny. Okay, go ahead, Luke.
In late 2006, scholarship student Oliver Quick from Prescott, not Arizona, Prescott, struggles to fit in at the University of Oxford because of his inexperience with upper-class manners. He befriends Felix Catton, an affluent and popular student who is sympathetic to Oliver's stories of his parents' substance abuse and mental health issues. When Oliver becomes distraught over his father's sudden death, Felix comforts him and invites him to spend the summer at his family's country house, Saltburn. Okay. At Saltburn, Oliver meets Felix's eccentric parents, Sir James and Lady Elspeth, his sister Venetia, and Elspeth's friend Pamela, as well as Felix's American cousin Farley, with whom Oliver has had a tense relationship as classmates at the university. Okay, nothing?
Farley's a cunt. Sorry, continue.
You? He was right.
Oliver
He
quickly
was right.
wins over Oliver quickly wins over Felix's family, except for Farley, and his obsession with Felix grows. One
Same.
night, he watches Felix masturbating in a bathtub and lustfully drinks the semen-laced bathwater.
It is not just that. Luke.
That's in the IMDb description.
Yeah.
No, he is licking inside of the drain.
He gurgles.
The semen's not the problem.
No,
No,
it's the
inside the
drain.
Oliver waves to Venetia and performs oral sex on her while she is on her period.
Vampire.
Farley witnesses this and informs Felix. When Felix confronts Oliver about the accusation, he claims nothing happened. At night, Oliver initiates sexual advances on Farley, threatening him in the process. The next morning, James evicts Farley after receiving a report from Sotheby's.
What?
Sotheby's.
Yeah, sure, go.
About Farley's intention to sell some of James's valuables. Sotheby's?
It doesn't.
I don't remember.
Just inconsequential detail.
As the summer ends, Elspeth and James plan a party for Oliver's birthday. Felix surprises Oliver with a trip to see his estranged mother, causing Oliver to panic. Upon arriving at the family's house in Prescott, Felix realizes that Oliver lied to him about his upbringing. Oliver's father is still alive, neither of his parents are substance abusers, and they live in a respectable middle-class suburb. Horrified and hurt by Oliver's deception, Felix decides not to tell anyone to spare his own family the humiliation, but he orders Oliver to leave Saltburn after the party. During the celebrations, Oliver seeks to make amends with Felix by expressing his adoration for him. Felix rejects him and suggests he seek help. The next morning, Felix is found dead in Saltburn's hedge maze. Oliver implies Felix's death was connected to Farley supplying drugs during the party, and James withdraws financial support from Farley and bans him from returning. Oliver mourns Felix and visits his grave alone, where he places flowers, lies naked on the grave soil, and masturbates on it. After
That's
Felix's
an understatement.
There was penetration.
Yeah.
It's more humping.
After Felix's funeral, Elspeth insists that Oliver extend his stay at Saltburn. Venetia, increasingly distraught and disturbed, accuses Oliver of destroying her family, calling him a moth, a serf, and a spider. He attempts to placate her, but she eventually rebuffs him, disturbed by his growing impersonation of Felix. The next day, Venetia is found dead, having killed herself in the bathtub. Despondent over Oliver's continuing presence at Saltburn and Elspeth's closeness to him, James bribes him to leave, which Oliver accepts. In 2022, Oliver reads about James's death in a newspaper. He subsequently has what appears to be a chance encounter with Elspeth at a cafe. He is delighted to see him again, insisting he return with her to Saltburn. After spending several months with Oliver, Elspeth becomes terminally ill. At her deathbed, Oliver confides in Elspeth that he is responsible for the tragic events at Saltburn. He had orchestrated his meeting Felix at Oxford and even planned his encounter with Elspeth at the cafe, after which she bequeathed all her assets, including Saltburn, to him. Oliver comforts Elspeth and then murders her by removing her life support. Having now assumed ownership of Saltburn and the Catton family fortune, he dances happily naked around the mansion. The end.
Did you say queef?
That's
all I wanted to say to that.
Bequeath.
Oh man. When you hear it all read back like that, it sounds weird. You know what? I feel like that montage at the end of showing him planning everything was unnecessary.
I agree.
Because like we already knew all that, you know.
Yeah.
we don't need a villain monologue.
I kind of wish she didn't. There was a montage, but we got the gibberish typing,
then,
which is
and then that was funny, and then he danced around, so it was fine.
Oh, the gibberish on the laptop? That's the funniest shot I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't think that it was from the beginning. Like, I didn't realize the bike was, but so like I guess it revealed that. The rest I like inferred. Right. I would say I don't think him getting caught within his lie was a part of the plan. I think he just adapted with it, right? That's why he killed him that night. Like, he wasn't going to that night, I would assume. Or he was maybe not going to kill him for a long time because he did love him, so I don't know.
I think he did. He wasn't. You don't fuck someone's grave if you're not in love with
well,
them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's like, he was...
Oh, and his whole speech about I love him, I don't know if I was in love with him. It's like, okay, dude, did you watch the same movie? Yeah.
I can read you.
Mark, what were you talking about?
What?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It definitely wasn't his initial plan to kill any of them. Mm-hmm. It was his ass was trying to marry into that family any way he possibly could. And then he got caught and then was like,
I just take it all.
I guess I'll commit a massacre.
You know what? It was weird is watching this while reading The Secret History, because it's like, I feel like it's always, oh, let's do a murder. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
What's interesting is I was watching another video with Emerald Fennell, and she name dropped Secret History. She name dropped Secret History and Brideshead Revisited for like the first when they're at Oxford and everything, and then when they get to Saltburn, it becomes like more of like a gothic horror kind of take.
I'm glad it wasn't just me. I thought it was just because I was reading Secret History that I was drawing connections, but I was like,
no, for sure.
It felt like a lot like it, because it's like, you know, the kind of elite school, you feel like a fish out of water, you know,
Ingratiating yourself into this group.
The
beautiful elite.
Yes,
you know?
Yes, totally.
No, he definitely felt like a mix of Tom Ripley and Richard Papin to me.
Yeah.
But like, worse.
Yeah.
See,
not worse as in written wise, worse as in like morally.
Bad person. I have not seen The Talented Mr. Ripley.
You
But
should watch it.
I think
I'm
you would
aware.
enjoy it.
Yeah, I know I would. I was
Oh.
almost like waiting to watch it not so soon after Saltburn because people were comparing it, so I was just like, maybe I'll wait a second. But yeah.
We watched it right after. I'd already
Nice.
seen it, but
Okay, yeah.
fuck. Oh, Netflix is making a mini series. So there are more than one Ripley books. Also, the Ripley
Yeah.
books are written by Patricia Highsmith, who wrote The Price of Salt, which got turned into Carol, and Strangers on a Train. She also wrote that.
Oh.
But she wrote multiple. There's like 5 Ripley books, and
Dang.
they're being turned into a mini series on Netflix starring Andrew Scott. And I'm
Oh,
so
shit.
fucking excited.
That's crazy.
I'm so excited
Yes.
to
Do
see
you-
that.
do
It's
you
in
guys
black
know-
and white.
Oh. Do you guys know who directed The Talented Mr. Ripley?
That one guy who did The English Patient.
It's
Yes, it's
Minghella. Anthony
Max
Minghella.
Minghella father, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought since we heard the Spiral mention on last podcast that I heard, I thought I'd bring that up.
Oh, I'm
Viral.
pissed
Oh,
That's
at
a thing I posted 5 months late. Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Mark and Luke. I'm pissed at you for doing my favorite rom-com without me.
Saw 2?
What, Saw 2?
Saw-
No,
Oh,
what?
Saw-
Saw 2? Where's the romance in
Without
Saw 2?
you were there for Saw 1.
It's the boy in
No,
the safe.
not doing a podcast about it.
Oh.
Saw 1 is my
Oh.
favorite
Ah.
rom-com.
I remember
Oh.
Right
now,
after
recent
Bride of
podcast.
Reanimator.
Kelly,
Yes.
by the way, Katie just recently discovered 2 of your letterbox lists that had her just like cackling. One was movies where I have the urge to call a man baby girl, and it was
yeah.
just Saw.
Yes, those
and
two.
got me crying on my Arby's, and it was Paddington 2.
That didn't happen. That's based off of true events.
I turned the camera so
Uh,
you guys could see Sky in case you get bored.
Nice guy.
Get it. So, do you guys think that, especially in the scene where Felix finds out that that he's been lied to this whole time, his acting in that scene is so good. It's like the fake happy, like too big a
Pissed.
smile, pissed. I'm blown away with Jacob Elordi in this movie. He was really, really good.
Was this his natural
find-
accent too?
No, he's Australian.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and Barry Irish. But
You,
they're
oh,
like-
you know
you know
what
what else is Australian? This little show called
Clearly Down
Bluey.
Under.
No, Bluey.
Bluey.
Oh, Bluey's
You guys,
Australian?
guys, you go. Look,
Yeah.
look,
I didn't know Bluey's Australian.
it's a Band-Aid. Yeah, they're Australian. You guys have to watch Bluey when you're here. It's
You know the
required.
The
Coco
other
Melon
day.
girl. though.
Coco Melon got nothing on Bluey.
I love Coco Melon.
Check and research the Boo Boo song and other.
No,
nursery
no,
I've
no,
rhymes.
listened to the
not-
Boo Boo
not Coco
song.
Melon.
The
What-
Boo Boo
wait,
song is good.
Wait, was that the one that was like, bruh?
Owie!
What was the one
Yeah,
that was like,
brother.
brother? Is that what it was?
Yeah. That,
Sing
Sing
it,
it, Mark.
sing
Sing
it.
it.
No, Luke needs
Sing
to
it,
sing.
Mark.
He has a guitar.
Mark, sing it.
I don't remember it. Luke remembers it.
Luke
I
sings
don't
it
know
all-
how it goes.
Yes, you do. You sing it all the time.
No, I sing the other one about the.
Then do
fingers.
the other one.
Hold on.
Well, they won't get it.
Okay. Whatever. Put the guitar away then.
Okay.
Mark,
Say something about Saltburn.
Mark, I watched. Katie and I did turn on Bluey, and we got like 30 seconds in, and then we're like, "Wait, we want to do something else right now." So we were going to. And this was before you even logged Bluey. This
Okay.
was like a week.
You got to.
So we're incentivized to watch Bluey.
You have to. It's actually so good. It just makes you feel good.
Oh, good. About Saltburn.
Coco Melon.
Oh, Coco Melon. Yeah, Saltburn.
So does
I
Coco.
have insight from a real British person.
British
I
people
heard
are
that-
real?
No. But I listened to a podcast, and one of the guys is originally from England, and
That's
was talking.
crazy.
I know, right? He was saying that Barry Keoghan's like code switching with accents was really good. He uses a different accent at home than he does. He uses like a more
Dang.
upper class accent. He's like
That's
completely
really
trying
cool.
to assimilate when he's there. I didn't really even notice because I don't have a good
Dang.
ear for that. It's like, wow, that's crazy.
But he's Irish in real life.
Right.
That's really cool.
Tell them about the
the-
8 different
Yeah,
O's.
yeah. So while watching the movie, I was watching it with Maya for the first time. Also, highly recommend watching a movie with Maya.
Oh,
It will be
Was it
the most
crazy?
fun experience that you will ever have. Every movie I've watched with them, I just have the best time. Okay.
Good to know.
Anyway, literally said, I was like, I feel like he's a different character in every scene. And
Yeah.
then I read a trivia that there were he played Oliver like 5 different characters, and that he marked each scene with which Oliver he was playing in that scene, which makes a
Oh,
lot
wow.
of sense. But that
Yeah.
also ties into the kind of code switching he was doing.
hmm
You know?
He's like a chameleon. He was always doing whatever he thought would be best for the situation,
Yeah.
right?
It's pretty cool. Bear Keegan's. I love watching him be a little freak. I love it.
Not the first movie that I've seen him do that. He was
What?
also a freak in Killing of a Sacred
Yeah.
Deer.
Have you seen that?
I have, yes.
I told you.
I want to watch it, but I will.
Yeah, Luke and
I
I,
would
talked
like-
about watching it.
I would like to rewatch it because I don't remember a lot, and I remember not paying a lot of attention, except knowing like, hey, this guy's a freak.
You know what movie you should watch? The Banshees of
No,
Inisherin.
No,
Because it's
unless you, like,
Colin Farrell
literally
and
want
Barry
to die.
Keoghan reunited.
How do
Brendan
you is
Gleeson
that is his
and-
name Keegan? I had never knew
Is
how
it-
to pronounce his name.
Uh-oh.
Hmm?
Anyway, Banshees
How
of
do you pronounce
Inisherin?
his name? Is it
I thought it was
Keegan?
Keoghan, but I don't know.
Or is it
I've heard it
Keoghan?
pronounced a couple of different ways. I think at the Golden
Keoghan.
Globes they said Keoghan, but sometimes I saw they misspelled M. Night Shyamalan's name at the Oscars one
Oh.
year, so I don't trust people.
I'm probably wrong though. I'll go with Keoghan.
No.
Keoghan.
It's probably
Banshees of Inisherin is literally harrowing, so don't don't
It's
watch
really
it
good.
if you're already a depressed
Harrowing
person.
or heroin? Oh, harrowing. Okay. You
What
said
do
it was literally heroin. And I was like,
No.
huh? Like that movie seems sad. What are you talking about? Yeah. I'll probably watch it still and be sad. It's fine.
I think you would like it, Matt. I
Fucked
think you would like
up.
it. I think you'd like it.
Have you seen it,
I
Kelly?
don't know.
Yes.
Oh.
I
I
watched
showed her it.
I
We watched it right after Saltburn.
Oh, that's a fun double
No,
feature.
like the day after.
Oh. I think I've seen 2 other Martin McDonagh movies, and I wasn't very keen on either of them.
Have you seen In Bruges? I haven't seen that one, but that's
I
what it's like.
have, and I
Hello.
didn't love it. But I'd like to rewatch and be less of a bitch about movies when I watch it.
Ooh, Matt, I have this movie for you. Godzilla versus Kong.
Wait, the new one?
That's
There's another one
Godzilla
coming out
X
this year.
Kong, not versus.
Oh,
Oh wait, what?
Godzilla
When's that
times
coming
Kong, Luke. That's
When is that coming out?
in like it's either March or May.
er,
Definitely not April.
I want you guys
Dang
to
it.
know that I saw a trailer for the Twister sequel, and
Twisters.
I laughed so loud when it came up and it just said Twister, and then they put an S on the end. I was like, yes!
I have not seen Twister, but maybe we have
I've
to.
seen Twist-
March
I was just
29th.
Twister,
March
Carrie
29th?
Elwood,
Gary.
Gary, I think Pullman, Bill Pullman, I think.
Oh.
I saw part of it on TV, and I'll tell you, I don't think it's a very good movie. It's like a typical 90s, like, it's a 90s
Disaster
movie.
movie.
Yeah. But I saw Daisy Edgar Jones in the trailer for the new one, so that
What?
was cool. Yeah. And she didn't
What?
have bangs. It was
Guys,
weird.
guys. Get this. Daisy Edgar Jones is in Twisters. Paul Mescal's in Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
I
What
don't even.
year
I
is
think,
it?
I think the
What?
first. I think the first Gladiator is like okay. I'm not really huge on it, but I'm excited for Gladiators. Is it called Gladiators?
Yeah, I hope so. That's one of my favorite tropes. It's so lazy. I love it.
Matt, Predators did it first.
I think Aliens did it first.
Oh,
Wow.
maybe. Maybe by like good 20 plus years.
Matt, didn't you tell me that the sequel to Talk to Me is gonna be called Talk to Me?
Yeah,
That's what it says on IMDb currently. Yes.
yeah,
That's
it's
funny.
like Happy Death Day to you.
Yes. Which I do appreciate that one too.
Whoa, sorry.
Did you see Ghost?
Oh, there's. Oh, you didn't hear the dog barking?
No.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, speaking of ghosts of a sort, Saltburn, Ghost alum,
Ghost?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wally.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was
Ollie
crazy
was
when she
there.
showed up.
She showed up and I was like, oh my
That was
god.
Oh.
crazy. Yeah. Matt.
crazy.
Also, I haven't told you yet. I bought season 4 and 5 of Ghosts They're on my Amazon, and I'll give it to you after this.
My God, thank you so much. I was
Yeah, well, because they weren't even available to buy on Amazon for a long time.
Uh-oh.
It's crazy how much that's being gatekept from us.
What, Mark?
Everyone froze for a second, so I was filling the space by saying uh-oh.
Good.
Gosh.
Well done.
That way,
Uh-oh,
that way, the
Yeah,
people
there you
driving
go.
listen to this aren't like, "Oh, what's going on with my phone?"
Yeah, all those people listening to it.
We're saving
Drive off
lives.
the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're saving
Nah.
lives.
4 and 5, I think, came out last year, and 5 is the last season, and it's already out. So the show's already ended.
I've always been
They're on
so
my Amazon
upset that I couldn't
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it.
It was like you could only watch it if you were in the UK for a long time.
I keep trying to tell people whenever they say, "Oh yeah, I saw a little bit of Ghosts on CBS." I keep trying to be like, "Hey, the UK one, and
Okay.
then it's like impossible to find anything but seasons 1 and 2. So I don't.
I think through 3 maybe might be on Paramount
Okay.
Plus now, but it's a little bit out of order, and they labeled it Ghost UK, so it looks like it came after the American one. I've told all of you about this, right? And I've gone on
Yeah,
Right.
this is a thing.
yeah, really pissed. But maybe 3 is also on my Amazon. I don't know, but they're all available on Amazon to buy and rent, and then 4 and 5 are already bought.
You are a saint.
Yeah, no problem. Anyway, yeah, she showed up in this movie, and it was fucking crazy because it's also
If
so
I've seen her
different
in
from
anything.
Kitty.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
I
wait,
almost
has everyone here seen Wonka?
Yes.
yes.
How about when Charlotte Ritchie showed up in Wonka?
So
That
excited.
was so crazy.
I was leaned over to Katie in the theater, and I'm sure I was being so loud and annoying, being like, they're in Ghosts." And it's like it happened to like 5 people in the movie. It's like,
Yeah.
and he also from Ghosts.
It was
you
it was
know?
fun to watch it in theaters with Trini because we'd just be like every time like look at each other and it just kept happening. We're like- But like I once I don't know their real names. I don't know their character names. Never mind. Just move
Matthew
on.
Bainton when he
Yeah,
showed
I
up
knew
as
Matthew.
so good.
I knew Matthew was in it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously Simon wrote it, and I assumed he would be in it for at least a scene. But
course.
I was not expecting Charlotte.
That and
Luke's trying to
No,
say
go
something
on.
for once.
No, go on.
Luke,
This is
say
gonna
it.
be
Go.
off topic. It's gonna be
Just
different.
do it.
be off topic.
No, I was gonna mention Paris and Joseph and how he was
Ah.
Wayne from Leftovers. Do you
Yes,
remember?
yes, Luke. I had to look him up after the movie because I was like, I know this guy's face.
Yeah.
Who is this?
He's
And I looked
good.
up and I was like,
He's,
it's
my
Holy
favorite
Wayne.
actors because of Holy Wayne and then Wonka.
The
Crazy.
let me tell you, in Wonka, the scene that really got me was the lederhosen or the whatever the outfit that the guy who worked
With
who was
Olivia
scamming
Colman.
people. Yes.
Yes.
Oh man,
Olivia
when he
Colman's in that movie.
Yeah.
Olivia Colman, I was telling Katie after it where I was like, I respect her so much because she'll do like an Oscar nominated role and then do something like this and then do like another Oscar and then like Fleabag, which is Emmy
Yeah.
nominated, but
Well-
she's so mean in it.
Luke and I were just talking about how after did she win an Oscar for The Favorite, or was she just nominated?
I don't know.
Hold on, everybody.
Either way,
Hold on.
whether nominated or not, and then she after that she not even in every episode played Nick's mom in Heartstopper because she wanted to. It's just so cool.
Guys, she does the best acting I've ever seen in Broadchurch. I tell you what, it is insane. Just so you know.
I saw you've been logging that.
Just so you know, best acting I've ever seen in my entire life.
Speaking of good acting, Saltburn.
Are we back? Okay.
Yeah. Rosamund Pike
So
Under-
funny.
this movie, I think she was very funny. Also, for the couple scene she was in, Carrie Mulligan never
Yeah.
misses.
Yep.
She's so
I'm
good.
obsessed with her. When they're watching like The Ring, and there's just a shot of her sitting like completely upright, tapping her cigarette into a Red Bull. It is so funny.
The,
Um,
her trying to convince people that a song was written about her was really funny too, and they're just like,
Rosamund Pike.
okay, yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I have a game. I have a
So
game.
funny.
If one song if you were to pick one song, so if you were to be like, that song's written about me, what song would that
Oh
be?
my god.
Out of all
My
songs,
Humps by the Black Eyed Peas.
Which one?
My Humps, the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh.
Luke,
know
what's
that
your
one.
song then? Bloodfest? From Mizumono.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bloodfest from Mizumono. That song was written about me.
Carrie Mulligan has my no, sorry. Rosamund Pike has my second favorite delivery in the entire movie, which is I was a lesbian for a while, you know. It was all too wet for me. Men are so lovely and dry.
What's your favorite line? If that's
It's just like black tie or whatever.
It's
so funny.
It isn't
black tie or whatever.
It isn't
That-
accidentally fingered my cousin here.
That's
Oh my
really
God.
good. I also like his. How do you? Okay.
Don't.
That one guy who he was like kind of friends with before. The way he says bootlicker, however he says it, I really like.
Yeah.
But I accidentally fingered my cousin here. It's just like black tie or whatever, and I used to be a lesbian, you know, all up there,
Oh,
all
so good.
incredible lines.
The delivery there when Felix says that is so good because it both sounds like you're bragging and embarrassed at the same time
Black
somehow.
tie or
Yeah.
whatever. It is so funny.
weird.
It's so good. I love it.
Oh, yeah, there
Um,
were a lot of standout moments like that where I was like, when he's like, I fingered my cousin here. Also, Henry VIII slept in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I love that scene because he's pointing out the whole house, but we don't see the house. It's focused on him the whole time. Almost
You don't
just
see
like
anything.
tracking him.
Yeah.
He's pointing in directions and it never pans to that. It's just tracking him.
Oh, I
And
knew
then the
Luke would
end
love that.
And then the end scene, he
Yeah.
takes the same route that he did. But yeah, so I really like that scene. It's also like his shirt is almost a little bit see-through. It's really beautiful.
it's a beautifully shot movie, just in general. Cinematographer went crazy.
Yeah. I wrote his name down. Linus Sandgren.
Has he done
worked
anything
with
big?
Damien Chazelle. That's who did La La Land, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So he did all those movies. Babylon.
He's
yeah.
good with
American
colors.
Hustle. Yes.
Yeah.
Has
Which
anybody
has
seen? Has anybody seen Babylon?
I
have
want
not.
to. It seems. I don't know. I really want to. It seems like fun.
Yeah, and it's
Yes,
Damien
it just
Chazelle,
seems
so I don't
too
know.
long.
Yeah, that's the only reason I
Yeah.
haven't is the 3 hours.
It is. Movies need to be shorter.
Like 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Movies are
it's
getting
long.
so
gotta be
long, and it's
longer.
Luke.
unnecessary.
Well, I was gonna agree. I was gonna say either they need to be short or extremely long, like 4 hours. But Killers of the Flower Moon is, and I lied. It shouldn't be. I'm not watching.
You know what?
Whoa.
I agree with the short
You'll
movies.
watch
'cause-
Oppenheimer?
Oh, I'll watch Oppenheimer 3 times.
Oppenheimer is 26 minutes longer. Not the extra 26. I mean, I'm sorry. Killers of
Short.
the Flower Moon is 26 minutes longer, so you can't do the extra 26.
Oppenheimer's too
It's
long.
understandable.
I watched.
Hey,
I do, and I don't like the way Nolan writes dialogue.
no, it isn't. No, long movies are cool, guys.
I like long movies, but I also like short movies. And I watched Before Sunset recently, and it was like 80 minutes, and I was like, this shit is tight. Like, that felt like nothing.
An hour
I
5
know-
is the perfect.
An hour 5. I was gonna
Monsters
say, Kelly, when I found out that's just a clip show turned into a movie, I fucking died. They did not film a single original monster fight for that movie. Especially,
Did show a child getting kidnapped.
I
That's
can't
the
tell
new
you
stuff that-
how many times watching Godzilla -1 I thought of All Monsters Attack, which is a problem. Okay,
Best
sorry.
one.
Also, because I've been watching, I like watch videos on like Godzilla -1. A lot of people mention All Monsters Attack actually because it's the dud of the whole thing, and we just turned it on incidentally. Like we
That's
didn't.
the only one I've seen.
Yeah, we had no idea that it was gonna be the worst movie that everyone like talks about. We're just like, this looks weird.
whoa.
No, the worst Godzilla movie in popular opinion. Can you hear the dogs now?
Incredible.
It is amazing. Ichiro is amazing, and it teaches you
Yeah.
to bully the right people.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
lesson.
innocent bystander.
It's an hour and 5 minutes, and about 20 minutes of those are just clips from different movies. Anyway, I have no idea what I was trying to go with.
We're talking about long and short movies.
Yes, I was gonna say 2 hours. I know this is 2:11, but 2 hours and 15 minutes is like my least favorite amount of time for movies for some reason.
That's the thing.
It's
I'd
going-
rather
it's-
watch 3 hours.
If it's
Your
Oppenheimer,
favorite runtime.
my favorite runtime, an hour 30.
Yeah.
Let's just get it done. Let's just get it done.
An
you
hour
know?
5.
Hour 5, yeah.
Chopping Mall is 77 minutes, and it was perfect.
57?
Ooh,
77.
77.
Ooh, see,
But it
that's
was
good.
perfect.
Ooh, Hot Rod. Isn't Hot Rod 77?
Something
Hot
like
is
that.
87.
87.
87. Okay.
How long is Wet Hot? It's a little bit longer than Hot Rod.
That's
Wet,
96, I believe.
Whew,
Oh,
they're
wow.
pushing it.
That's
Whoa.
longer than I
Okay,
thought.
that's still an
No
okay.
way.
Wait, maybe 91.
No, it is. I think it is an hour 36.
Wow,
And then
that's gonna.
the ideal. That's the ideal amount of time.
You know what? 2 hours,
fastest
45 minutes is actually you feel that 15 minutes is gone. You know, like it's just better than being
Or
3 hours.
36, yeah. Hour 37.
That's better than 3 hours. Yeah.
Guys, it's just weird. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, 2:15, but then I'm like 3 hours. Okay. Most of the time, not actually. It's just
I
I want to watch short
understand.
movies.
The way it is.
I'm gonna make sure I pick a movie that's 2 hours and 15
Don't.
minutes for it.
No.
I feel like so many of my favorites are 2.5 or longer.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Don't
it's
know
a hard
what the-
time picking for the podcast, you know?
I
I'm
wonder what the average length movie is for my favorite movies.
Oh, for your
Because
favorite.
it can't be over 2 hours.
No,
gotta be like hour 40, right?
probably
Maybe
for
even that.
average.
Yeah, because then you have a lot of hour and a half, and there's some 2 hour ones thrown in there, I'm sure. Right? No?
Just
Too-
Dead Ringers.
Too much movie.
Saltburn.
Oh, guys,
Saltburn's not in there yet. But
How
I
much
can
is
totally
Bottoms?
I
see
thought
it.
it was. I thought it was in your top 50.
Sorry,
Bottoms.
Bottoms is 91, I think. That's 91.
yes.
that's
Um,
good.
I thought of
That's-
the one major gripe I have with Saltburn. I can't believe I forgot it.
Major.
Until now. Yes.
Major grape.
Is it
Yes,
plot?
Luke, you and me that did the
No.
same thing. Major grape.
They use that goddamn MGMT song that I fucking hate so much,
Oh,
and
MGMT song?
It's
How's it
vibing.
go? How's it go?
it's called "It's Time to Pretend."
Yeah. Why do you hate it? I was vibing.
Well.
Oh, is
I
that
was
the
gonna
one
say,
that started playing
song
in the
they used-
field when they're naked in the
Yes.
field?
Yes, and I don't like that song and Jay in movies, but they redeemed themselves with that song at the end that he was dancing to. I was like vibing so hard with it that I was like, it's fine.
Nah,
I give.
I don't
everything a
usually
pass.
like that song, but I
Also-
think it worked in this movie.
I think
I
it
think
really
it
did.
it,
too.
it
What song
works.
is it?
Luke, you don't know it. Put the guitar down right now.
Matt,
I swear
Matt,
to God,
it's
I'm
like
actually getting upset.
Matt, you're like how Cosmonaut hates the For You song in Amazing Spider-Man 2, and he
Yes,
didn't
it's
watch that
like
movie
that.
for like 6 years because it had that song in it.
Well, I think it works tonally in the movie. That song just drives me crazy. I
She
don't know
drives
why.
me-
Is it because
crazy.
you grew up in the? Is it
That's
because you
a good
grew up
song.
in the 2000s?
It is, and it was used in like all the teen movies when
Okay.
I was a teen. Where
Well, then
like sometimes it works. Like Perks of Being a Wallflower is the
They
one that
used
I
it?
can like think of. I don't know, but it has that vibe, right? And I feel like it did. I don't know if it did.
How
But,
about in Perks of Being a Wallflower when they're like, we can't figure out what this song is,
And it's fucking
Heroes
David
by
Bowie.
David Bowie.
I wouldn't know.
Okay,
That was
sorry.
weird.
Luke's so
Um,
sad. Luke wants to play the guitar more than anything in the whole world.
he doesn't know the song.
It's Luke.
the
You
song
can't play it on the guitar.
Why?
The song they play at the party, "Perfect," also is a banger. I think the soundtrack is 2000s excellence.
Yes.
I love
So
it.
the only one I had issue on was that one, but that's just specifically a me thing. That's like a
That
pet
seems
peeve
like a
song
you
of mine.
problem.
Yeah.
What's that Harry Styles song that I told you guys I hate and I couldn't figure it out? And
Watermelon sugar.
no, it was
As
a
it
different one.
was.
As it was.
Watermelon.
As it was. Oh,
Yeah,
that one.
and-
If that starts playing, I'm walking out.
And I like that one, so we're flipping.
Okay,
That's
so I also
interesting.
have another game. What's your guys? Oh no, we just did it.
I never answered the first one.
Yeah,
What's
what's
the
your
first one? What was my first one?
Now I'm a baby.
Oh yeah, the song that. Oh yeah.
song that's written about you?
Yeah, now I'm a baby.
Now I'm a baby.
Oh right.
That's it.
Oh, I
Wait.
thought of another one. There's a David Bowie song called Queen Bitch. Can I have that one?
That's a good one. That's
Okay.
a
You
good
can have
one.
that one.
I don't
That's a
know
good song.
songs, guys.
I'm sorry.
I'm not a music
Can I-
person.
You can
How
be as it
about-
was.
No, stop.
yeah.
I'm equal rights.
I'm turning up the beef.
Yeah.
I'll be the Bin Laden song.
God,
Oh,
damn
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'll be
And I'm thinking like,
just the part where he says terrorize that pussy.
What? Talking on the podcast.
Popstar is
Kelly was
87?
quoting something, audience.
No one
It is a-
listening.
Uncle Pat listens. That's why we're doing
Uncle
this.
Pat's
Oh
gonna
yes,
hear me
I
say
wanted
that.
to shout out Uncle Pat. He said that he liked the podcast because it seemed like we were all just hanging out because we're
It's-
We're
friends.
literally all
it's
talking over each other this
no
entire
structure.
time. At one point, we were having 3 different
We're hanging
conversations.
out. Oh, we're hanging out.
Uh huh.
You're my
Yes.
sisters.
I've thought about that. Like I've been wearing that shirt that Trini got us, and just been like, if anyone who didn't know us goes to listen to this, it's gonna be like, is this even a podcast about movies, or are they just talking?
We started off on the right foot.
I have a
We read
lot
a whole-
to talk about
whole
still, but you guys
synopsis.
don't want to.
No, we need
I want
to.
to.
Wait, also we gotta I had an idea, but it's too late.
Go ahead, go. No,
Oh.
go, do it.
No, we can do it at the end.
Got an
I
hour.
will. But, okay.
I was just gonna say, like, you know how podcasts usually people catch up. We could just talk about what, like, if we've been watching certain movies or TV shows because you guys don't log everything, or books because we're reading now.
I
So
get
we
it, I
should
like
do
it.
that at the end.
Do that at the end now because we're in the middle.
But maybe we should do it at the beginning of later.
Next
Yes,
time.
going
Catch
forward.
up.
Yeah, to
Okay,
catch
okay,
up,
okay.
and then we'll actually try to stay on topic after. That's not gonna happen.
Yes.
Okay. What's your guys' favorite scene from Saltburn? Because I have a favorite scene.
Grave humping.
It-
That's a joke. It's not.
Okay.
Go on.
It's gonna sound weird, but mine is the end shot.
And
Just
end's
the,
really good.
the amount of it just made me happy. This carefree, joyous dancing around, even though it's like he did it because he murdered people. I was just
Murder on
like,
the
I don't know
dance
why I like this a lot.
It's really good. It's really good.
Mine is when they wheel Felix's dead body away and they shut the curtains, and then Venetia's like this, and then she's crying as the wine is
she's
spilling on her, and
dumping
it
it.
looks like blood, and then the dad. That's my favorite.
That's
That's a
really
good one.
good. And everybody in that
Oh,
scene,
no.
I think.
I have one. Sorry.
Well, oh no, I know
Another.
yours, Luke. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it
Yeah.
after. Everybody in the scene, Luke, that you were just talking about, I think represents
Yes,
a stage of grief.
you told me that, and you're correct.
It feels like it because Elsbeth is denial.
Yes.
Sir James is
Sir James.
Anger.
Anger.
Harley's bargaining. He's literally trying
Bargaining.
to leave the table. Venetia is depression.
Depression.
And Oliver's
And
acceptance.
Oliver's acceptance. Yeah.
Acceptance.
He's
Wow.
acting so weird there. Like you're trying to act like you didn't kill him, but you just have no reaction.
It's a double cross. He's like, if I act so weird, they
Yeah,
won't
you're
think
right.
I have anything
Well,
to do
he
with it.
already. Well, the main reason why too, where I was like, oh no way he planned any of this. I do like the breakdown he had after he was caught. Like he was freaking out and crying.
Yeah, he was.
But my favorite scene is Venetia's monologue in the bathtub.
That's a good one.
That's a good
I
one.
That's a good
really
scene.
like that scene.
Get him
um,
off.
Yes. Also,
Yeah.
the image of her dead body
Scary.
shocked me. Like that because people talk about whatever the bathtub, the period blood or
Yeah.
whatever. That's nothing. It was that where I was like, oh,
It was
I
horrifying
just wasn't
looking.
expecting it to be that gruesome.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree, because they didn't even show Felix. Well, he didn't look bad, but yeah.
But it was also like poison.
Yeah. So.
But the scene where they found him though is really well done because this movie is so like absurd and silly at times. But that scene was heartbreaking, where the
It was
dad
horrifying.
is like just trying to say he just needs to get warm, and the angle that it's angled at, it
Yeah.
was really effective.
I think so too.
Luke, okay, so
You say it because you pointed it out to me.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. The scene at the table, the breakfast in the morning, where Oliver is like, "Oh, can I have over easy eggs?" And then he complains that they're too runny. That's the hardest scene to watch in the movie. Also the scene where they forget what his name is at the birthday party.
Oh,
That's
that
terrible.
was.
Guys,
Oh,
Okay,
Terrible,
um,
Gigi. Terrible.
in that scene where Venetia's talking about the story of Percy Shelley's doppelganger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Mark?
No.
Is that the table?
So, she tells a story about Mary Shelley, or it was one of the maids, or whatever. I don't know. I think it was Mary Shelley thought she saw Percy Shelley in her window, even though he wasn't there, he was in another country and he had just drowned.
Oh my god.
And so it was this doppelganger in the window,
Mm-hmm.
but then she realized that actually he was dead. And as Venetia is telling this story, someone dressed exactly like Felix walks by the window.
Because
Like it's Jacob Elordi.
Trini saw that. Trini saw that, and we were.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, it's really
So
good.
didn't
I
even see
noticed the
that.
pink shirt, and I was like, "That's weird." Two people were like, she mentioned it, and I was like, "I think it was," but wait, the symbolism passed us. I wasn't paying attention to the story. We were kind of wondering how, to be honest, how it was gonna come back because we were just like, what's this movie gonna do? Like, I'm so confused. And then we're like, it was someone else with a pink shirt. So
Yeah.
the symbolism passed us, but she
Yeah,
did notice that
wow.
it happened. And like, I saw the pink shirt. I just never. She was like, no, that was him. So yes, she mentioned
was
that. I just
Jacob Elordi.
didn't understand that they had talked about like what they were talking about.
So-
for it.
Felix
It's
walks by the window right as she's saying that that he was actually dead. And he had drowned.
Oh.
Percy Shelley had drowned. And watching it the second time, Venetia looking in the lake to find Felix kind of hit me. 'Cause after she had just told the story of that happening, and then Percy Shelley had drowned, her looking in the lake as if Felix drowned. Anyway, you know what did get me, Mark?
Huh? Oh, whoa,
When I
why do you-
noticed that Felix and Venetia have matching tattoos.
Oh, the
Oh
stars
yes,
on the hand.
on the hands.
They have
yeah.
matching tattoos, and that just hurt me a little
It's
bit.
like, oh
Because we
no.
have matching tattoos.
Yeah, that
Anyway.
that was hard.
Yeah.
Isn't that a really cool detail?
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice
Well,
it.
we were confused, to be honest, and then we're just kind of like, I guess it wasn't. Kind of like Glass Onion with the glass. Trini noticed it, and then I guess I
yeah.
just accidentally
Trini's good
gaslight,
at
where I'm
this
just like,
shit.
I guess not, because like nothing happened, and then it comes back. Hey, it's not like I'm saying no. I'm just confused. I got boy brain when I watch movies. I don't pay attention. Just like
Oh god.
Boy brain?
boy brain. It's just dumb.
Boy brain.
These are dumb.
It's just dumb. It's like boy eyes. Have you heard
Oh,
boy
yeah.
eyes, Luke?
Boy eyes?
Yes.
I have not. What is
It's
that?
like it's like when you're looking for a cereal at like a grocery store and you look through the aisle like 4 times and you see it and like your girlfriend walks up and like finds it right away, but you've been like actually searching for it because it happens to
I
me
have boy
all
eyes.
the time. So it's really bad.
I've never heard that before. That's funny.
It's really bad.
I didn't know
My
that's what that
favorite
was.
scene was probably
It's also not his guitar, by the way.
No,
fraud.
I stole it.
I actually
Yeah.
wait. I had a scene in my mind, but I can't remember, so I'll bring it back.
That's your old guitar. That was old. That was Dad's, and then you gave to me. And
Hey,
now
Mark.
Luke is stealing it.
Do I look like Ellie?
Oh, stop it, Luke! You stop it right now.
Wayfaring stranger.
Is that what you're singing? Yeah. Okay, thanks. Luke, I don't remember these details. I just remember how I
That
feel
was
when
one
she
of the
plays a
songs.
guitar with
One
like
song.
3 of her fingers.
Yeah. She gets Frodo'd.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Kelly, what you were saying about them forgetting his name at the party, there's multiple scenes in this that are like they're like too real in terms of embarrassment, where you're like, I feel bad, even though he's a weirdo. Like, it's still.
Okay, number 1 embarrassment is the runny egg scene. That's his own goddamn fault. Number 2 actually isn't the birthday party. It's the whole at his family's house.
Oh,
Oh,
that's my
God.
favorite. That's my
His
favorite scene.
body language where
Oh,
he's like all the
That's
way
a great
curled up.
scene.
My favorite
Oh.
scene is when he
just
said
jumps up and like I want to go.
yes. My favorite part is when
Yes.
he was like, take some medicine and sit down or whatever. I was like, oh god, he has to
Oh
deal
yeah.
with this.
Oh.
It was like the smiling and stuff. I was just like, that was my
Oh,
favorite.
oh God.
It was like the worst scene
love
to
the
watch, but I
little
liked it.
detail-
Yeah.
I love the little detail of the mom wearing a cross necklace.
Very.
Where it's just like so silly. They're just so middle class.
It's, yeah.
So middle class.
When he wrote his dad's name on a rock and then threw it and it landed in some vomit, that's
There's
pretty funny.
So
Too much vomit. Too
in
much
this
vomit.
film.
Too much vomit for
There's
me.
so much vomit.
Luke, do you understand what I was talking about?
Rock in the vomit.
So when he lied and said his dad died, and they were like
Oh,
standing there, and he threw
that's,
the rock,
that's what it was. It was vomit.
his vomit. Yeah.
But there's also the vomit that like they waited to pan
It was
in
vomit.
the.
I forgot.
They waited to focus on the vomit and the mirror in that one shot.
Oh, that
Yes,
was a
I remember
great
that.
shot.
'Cause
That was
it looked
nasty.
like he barfed out his intestines. I remember that one.
That was
And
nasty.
then the rock one. Oh, cause I was focusing the rock broke.
Did it?
Oh,
I thought
did
the
it?
rock broke when the hit the vomit, or did it not?
I don't think so.
I was still
That
having
wouldn't
a
make
hard
sense,
time.
right?
I was
Okay,
watching that part on my TV, and I was having a hard time seeing it because it was too dark.
Luke, do you remember when I
Maybe
broke a
not.
rock in my hand when I was trying to like get the lug nuts off of my car because I had already lifted? Do you remember I told you that?
I do remember.
Yeah,
That was on
I didn't know how to change it to tire. I lifted it and then tried to take
Oh,
the lug nuts off, and then I was
you
like hitting
lifted
the
it
thing with
before
the
you-
bar with the rock, and it snapped in my hand. So I've broken a rock before, right in half. Just saying.
Wow, that's crazy.
Thanks, Kelly.
That's very impressive.
Kelly, I want to say you know how we were talking about how every movie like ever is coming out as a part of a franchise. It's nice that this isn't original
is.
content. Exactly, that's what I was saying.
Yep.
It's like even if the movie doesn't completely hit, it was nice to just see someone's original idea, which is part of the reason I'm liking books a lot right now. Is the only people who franchise are people who it's already their own franchise, and so or like sequel or whatever. So I really like that, or it's a lot of inspired by, but I like that way more than like I don't know. You know, I'm a sequel person too, so I still like them, but I've been enjoying reading and having people just like their own ideas out.
It's really cool.
That is very cool. I agree with that. Although I do love a good sequel sometimes too. Depending.
Well,
Dune
you
2.
know I like.
Oh,
God damn it.
Oh no.
The one. Why would you say that
March-
with Kelly on the
March
call? You
2nd.
did that on purpose.
March
I'm gonna
2nd.
be
That's
so
literally-
annoying about it.
March
I
2nd,
probably
right,
won't
Maddie
say it.
Beef?
Yes, I already made plans with Luke to go see it. Luke, they're playing it in 70 millimeters at the loft.
I know. That's what we're seeing, right?
Mark, you didn't like it either.
Oh,
Or
yes.
is that okay? Cool. That's-
I assumed it doesn't matter where we see it, but I thought maybe we could try to do that.
No. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
I
I haven't
probably
seen a movie with you
in a
since Oppenheimer. No,
Yeah.
Barbie. We saw Barbie after Oppenheimer. Since Barbie.
That's crazy.
It's been too long. No, wait. Something around there.
Hey,
It was around that time.
Lukey?
It's been too long.
Lukey, would you
Yes.
like to drive up here and watch Godzilla X Kong with me?
You know, I was already thinking that. That's why I was asking you the date.
No, I don't
Why-
think anyone else will want to go with me here.
Well, that's why I was asking you the dates. Well, because at that point, I'm hoping Godzilla Minus One
Oh.
is out, so we can do our Godzilla Minus
I
One,
hope so.
Godzilla Original, Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla Minus Color, Godzilla X Kong.
What I've heard is that the Japanese releases usually take a lot longer to come out, like release. So, but they're probably gonna fast track
should've
this because
seen it
this
in
is one of the most popular Japanese releases in America in a
Yeah.
long time. That they're probably gonna go faster with it. So yes,
I should have saw it in theaters, and I
That's
didn't
okay.
because I was reading.
you'll watch it. We gotta watch it together. But
Oh
Luke,
shoot, I was being too smart to go see
I
it.
was reading.
I missed it though.
Luke, I will say, have you seen the trailer for Godzilla X Kong?
No.
It looks
Should I?
bad. So I'm excited to see it with
Well,
you.
Good. Well, Godzilla versus Kong was a bit too good for our liking.
That's
the
true. I
property
kind of
throwing
wanted
back
it
into place-
worse. Actually,
property
Luke,
throwing
that comes
into
back.
place was
Luke,
the best thing I've ever
Luke,
seen.
that's coming back. Hold on. Have you not seen that he has like that he hurt his arm? He has like
No, he
a
has a
robotic cast on his arm.
God.
Oh, but that means he can't shoulder check it into place, but it might fall off.
It might fall off. He might get it. Hold on. Let me see if I can show it through. Do you see? Can you see his?
No. Oh.
His arm.
Liking it.
His whole arm is like this robotic cast thing.
Okay. I respect actually. That's pretty good.
Oh, here you go.
That's pretty
Here you go. If you can see this, Luke.
May I get your guys' permission
Oh,
to
okay.
talk more about Saltburn?
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
he's
So,
gone.
Kelly,
Um,
Godzilla versus Kong.
Kelly,
I'm so bored.
Kelly, one detail I did like was the whole conversation that Farley was having with Felix, where he brought up two people's names, and Felix is like, "Who are those people?" And he's like, "Those are your
Oh.
servants." I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, Checkmate,
the-
sir.
He gooped
The
him,
like
he gooped
little
him.
look between, because it's like little
The look
scenes
between
that
Farley.
they didn't have to include, but they did. The little look between Farley and the person clearing the table, like it was just a little look, but it was intentional. You know, it was.
When I said earlier, okay, when I said Farley was a cunt, I mean specifically to Oliver. He was
Yeah.
being so rude and mean.
I know.
Farley has his own problems that he's dealing with, but he's so mean to people.
Yeah.
Well, we've only. I mean, wow. Yeah, but I'm on his side, and I do think that the scene with him and Oliver, I do think that was sexual assault.
It is. Oh no, very
Mhm.
much so. It was. Yes.
Yes. And he did survive, which is crazy.
He did.
Because
he
he's
did.
the one who's actively mean to Oliver,
You're right.
but
he
he let
survived.
him go. Well, because he was also an outsider to this fam, I think.
Yeah.
Because he got to him and he showed that he won against Farley because he made him get disowned, basically.
Yeah.
He made the inheritance go away, but he actively didn't kill him, and he absolutely could have.
That's true.
It's really it's a fascinating detail to just let him go. You know?
Do you think there's any significance? Oliver's last name is Quick and Farley's last name is Start. Which feels weird because they're like is there any significance
It's a
to their
little-
last names?
It might be. They're both outsiders to this family.
Yeah.
And Farley's is so much worse because he is a part of this family, but is still treated like he's an outsider.
His half brother,
He what?
right? He's Felix's
is
half
his-
brother.
He's a cousin.
He's a cousin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cousin.
He's a
But still.
cousin. Okay.
He's the American cousin.
Right.
But I can see parallels with their last names. And
Yeah.
I mean, probably part of the reason probably part of the reason why he was a cunt to him in the first place is because he saw exactly what he was doing from the start.
Well, I just thought the very first time they meet is in the
Oh, yeah.
advisor's office, and there was no reason for him to be that mean right off.
Actually, the first time he makes fun of his jacket in the opening shot.
Yeah, he goes, "Nice jacket."
And then laughs at it.
It's just like, it's like a, it's like a bully from an '80s movie. Hey, nice jacket,
know.
nerd. You know?
But at least he's funny about it.
That happened to me,
At least he's
What?
starting. Oh yeah, it did.
but it was the opposite way. It was the opposite because I had to wear a
You're
suit.
making fun of somebody else. Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
had
Luke
to
was
wear
the
a
bully.
suit. I had to wear a suit for college. I had to give an interview, and I had to walk all the way across campus to my car, and these freshmen
Yes.
started filming me.
Oh, what?
It
You
was
know,
strange and weird.
that one scene where he was like, "Oh, you almost look put together. Your shirt sleeve."
Yeah.
Shirt sleeves. That's
Well,
the
he said-
letterbox.
So-
whatever.
That
thingy.
really got to me because I've never like whenever I wear a suit, I always feel like it's a little ill-fitting. Like I can never. And so like that one was like, "Oh, that hurts if someone does
I-
that to you."
Said something like you're almost pulling it off or something.
He said, "You're
and
almost."
then Oliver.
just- Yeah.
What?
He says, "What?" And he's like, "Being human,
Yeah. Or intro. Or
being
whatever,
a person, yeah, or whatever."
That's a bit rough.
Yeah. It's just
Hey.
the way he says everything too is just in this like smug, smarmy way to him. Where I'm like, dude,
I
come
know,
on.
but he made me laugh. He's a fictional character. He's not as bad as Oliver. At least.
The real people don't exist like that.
Aw.
Except for the freshmen that are bullies.
Well, here's-
Luke, give me their
here's what
names.
I find
Give
interesting.
Give me their names,
Here's
Luke.
what
I didn't get their names.
Shut up.
They,
Here's what
they
I
were
find
going to
interesting.
business
I'm trying
college.
to
They
talk
were going
about
to
the
business college.
review.
I'm here.
They're going to Eller.
Thank you.
I will beat them up.
Or-
Let's jump them. Mark,
Kelly
you
and I-
and me.
Kelly and Kelly and I have matching tattoos. We could absolutely
you-
jump
We
them.
have matching tattoos. We'll get it.
Do you know if near campus there are any ravines that
Oh.
one might be able to push somebody into?
yeah, a cliff or
Yeah.
some woods.
Did
Yeah.
you know that? So you know how Hampton College is based off of Bennington College?
Oh, you had told me that at one point, and Bret Easton Ellis was like her bestie.
Yeah. Also, Peter Dinklage went there, I think. Anyway.
Oh, sick.
It's based off. Do you know what the Bennington Triangle is?
No.
It's this place by campus where it is woods that
Oh.
people always go missing by. There's a specific case with this one girl who was wearing a yellow jacket like Bunny was in the story, who went out for a walk and never returned, and they don't know what happened. So it's
Odd.
called the Bennington Triangle. That is what that's based off of. Anyway, I thought you'd find that interesting.
That is very cool.
Triangle.
what I find interesting about Saltburn is I fell victim to this the first time I watched it too, until like halfway through, and I was like, wait, hold on a second. Felix is not a good guy. The way that
Oh, yeah.
it's presented in this way, it's like, oh, such a nice, oh, poor guy didn't deserve. But this is why I find him such an interesting character. Is every single scene he's in, there's an undercurrent of something kind of fucked up that he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, and there's layers to him.
I got sucked into that too, because he's very charming too, right?
Well, he's very hot, so.
That's
and
true.
he's very pointy, and it's nice to look at.
He's very long.
Pointy?
He's got pointy features.
Like,
he's just
Luke,
like
if
an
you know, you
angular
know.
person.
You know?
Yeah,
Have you
he's
seen
an
that
angular.
one thing that's like, why is Jacob Elordi always trying to sit like he's petite?
Oh.
He's 6'5" and he's always like sitting like he's little. Anyway.
But yeah, he pulls you in. But you're right. When Farley says you're just his plaything, and he's gonna toss you aside when he's done, you're just like, that's probably true. They were talking about you're just the new one this year.
Yeah.
There was a guy last
And we
year.
never
and there's a
know
guy
more
year
about
before
it.
that. Yeah.
What if
Right.
they found him in
'cause-
the pond?
Oh.
Ooh, plot
Like,
twist.
yeah,
If I wrote
like
this
Blind
movie, that's what
Manor.
would happen.
Changed the plot completely. No, because it's like when he runs into him on the bike, and he's so charming and just so nice, like, oh, you're the best, but then basically is like, oh, take my bike back then.
Oh, I thought you
know?
were gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or like, are you sure you can take my bike back when that's not what
He didn't even
offered?
offer. Yeah.
You know, or like when his girlfriend or whoever it was shit talking Oliver, and he was like, oh, why do you feel like that? But he never defended.
He never defended
Oliver at
him.
all. It's like because he's this golden boy who's never had to try.
Well,
you know?
he's just very selfish and self-centered too, is what it is. He doesn't really care about other people, it seems.
Only when he's trying to save them. His savior complex.
Well, that's why when Oliver pretended not to have enough money, him coming over is not about altruism. It's about feeling more powerful than somebody else, or that you have money and they don't. You know?
Savior complex, yeah. It's so
Yeah.
interesting because outwardly he seems like this nice guy, but really there's like an undercurrent of it.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't a flat character.
No, not at all. I thought
it could have just been like the party guy, whatever, this nice guy, but there's weird shit.
and I think it's equal combinations, the writing and his performance.
Yes.
It brought it all to life. It was
Yes.
very well done.
Yes, everyone did so, and that was one of my favorite things in the movie is how close so many of the shots are.
Ah.
Like they're like because also the aspect ratio is different.
What?
It's like a square. Is it
Five-
like 4:3?
4:3.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Well, it's also so like, at the castle, the aspect ratio makes it so you can both see the floor and the ceiling sometimes, which
makes
is
it seem really big.
fascinating.
Yeah.
But also it's like the shots where people's entire face fills the screen, I think is so fascinating, where you can see like every minute detail. And you can also tell how good the actors are because you can see every micro expression as well. Like every shift of the eye or whatever, and it means something. It's really good.
Yeah, I
It's
felt
my
like
favorite.
we were like this close on Oliver's face
Yeah.
so often. You feel like you're like part of him, which is I think part of the point. Yeah.
Yeah. I also find it interesting because there is a lot of interesting things happening with the camera work, like a lot of long shots and a lot of following. But whenever something like quote unquote shocking is happening, it's almost always a still camera. It's like not doing anything crazy. And I think it just brings a love, it makes it, because I've seen criticism about this movie be like, oh, they did things for shock factor and that was it. But I really don't think they did. I think everything that was shocking was played with so much sincerity that like I think it just everything was intentional.
I agree. The only thing that I had was that I didn't want Oliver to be such a freak so early, like I said before, because I wanted it to go a little longer, trying to be like, what are his intentions? Because like as soon as he starts being weird, it's like he's full on weird.
Well, they also say in the beginning that he doesn't smoke. So he says he doesn't smoke, and then when he's watching them have sex, he's smoking. So it's like not only is he creepy, he's also lying.
A liar. I never even
Also,
noticed that. That's good.
When he says I don't smoke, it immediately cuts to a scene of Felix lighting a cigarette for him. So it could be interpreted as he's
That's
lying,
what I-
or it could
that's
be
what I
interpreted
first
as trying to
interpreted.
be more like Felix.
So that's what I first interpreted
this
was
way.
I
So-
thought that he was trying to be like Felix and make him like him. But then
Yeah.
when
But,
we found out he was
yeah.
lying more, then I thought back to that scene was like, oh, he was just lying the whole time. So
Yeah. Well, it's also like one of the very first things we see of him. He says he read the entire book list for the summer.
It's like
Where
50
it's like-
bucks.
oh yeah, I never
King
I
James
never thought
Bible
of this.
was
Like,
on
Like,
there.
he's just
like-
lying.
Think about the logistics of that, where it's just he read the whole King James Bible. Is what he said. Like,
In
you
a
did
summer. Right? Like,
that man has never read the Bible.
Luke can do it.
I don't know if he knows how to read.
I don't. No, I think he knows how to read. Everybody else at Saltburn doesn't. They were passing around a copy of Harry Potter. Felix
So
does
I,
not
I was
know how
also,
to
I
read.
was also, I was also
No.
thinking this. So I think the manuscript. This is like Devil Wears Prada territory. The manuscript for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So I think the book came out in 2007, but this was set in 2006. So I think it's a super bad situation. They're reading the last Harry Potter before it went out to the public.
I think it half takes place in 2011, but I agree with you.
2011.
Sorry, 2007.
Okay.
I thought 2011 was way funnier.
Well, 2011 is when
Maybe.
that's when part 2 of the
He's
movie
like-
came out, Kelly. So I was like,
Yeah.
I thought you're just.
I
I
always
thought you knew that for some reason.
I might
Like,
be
why do you
completely
know
wrong.
that?
I thought it did because there's the scene of them like celebrating, like the end of the semester or
Mhm.
whatever. So I thought that like half of it took place in 2007, but also that would be
So-
early 2007. So you're right anyway.
I thought that at first too, but when he shows up, it says class of 2006, which
Yes,
usually means
so-
graduating in 2006.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
But
even?
it does take place in 2006, so I don't know if it's
Um,
different in the UK.
They might just say class.
Oh.
I
of,
thought about that.
Like it's the
because
starting class.
everything is that.
You
Yeah,
see,
Mm.
like
isn't that
when you start in school, like if like when you're a freshman, it's like I was class of 2014, but I started in 2010, so
maybe I think
I don't.
because everything though is that it takes place in 2006.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then
So
he,
they wouldn't be graduating that year. So
I think they're just
Right.
like it was the new. It was like 4 freshmen, so it was just like I don't know. I think they're just saying they're starting then.
You're
yeah.
right.
I'm just saying it might be like that in the UK.
It may be, yeah.
Or no, it wasn't for freshmen. It was up because it was for the class of 2006,
For the
which would be the
graduating
graduating
seniors.
class. He's just a
Oh,
freshman.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They wouldn't put it up for the
Oh,
freshmen. They
For the
wouldn't.
class
You're-
that
you're
just
playing-
graduated. Ooh, you're
I'm-
playing chess.
You're playing.
I like how
Yeah,
Kelly stole it.
Mark,
before
I
he
like
could-
what... Yeah. Well, you need to finish it. Yell like I do.
Just yell louder, Luke,
The
or
loudest
sing.
person is always the smartest.
Nah.
So
Um,
dumb.
I forgot. What were we talking about?
Oh,
Saltburn. Ow!
Oh.
It's
I
that
wonder
time of the night.
how she came up with that name to call it that for the movie. I wonder if it has any significance or it just sounds cool. You know,
Saltburn.
like does Saltburn have a deeper meaning for the name of the estate, or is it just? I don't know.
Saltburn.
Well, okay, Luke. I'm gonna get you to
Saltburn.
talk. The trailer.
Yeah,
Did
this
you
is
guys
crazy.
see trailers?
Mark.
I saw one. Yeah.
Do you remember?
Last
I don't know what
semester.
movie it was we were seeing. Well, of course, you sent me that recently, and I rewatched
I
it
did.
again, even though it's been a year since it came out. I forgot what movie we were seeing. It might have been Socks.
Mhm.
But the Saltburn trailer came on.
Yes, it was
and
sucks.
It was completely different. Like it like made it seem like it was straight romance, not disturbing at all.
Mhm.
And then Kelly later on, you seen the trailer for Saltburn? I was like, yeah, but didn't realize like
You saw the other one.
where it looked like this psychological thriller, and I was like, that was not the trailer that we saw.
From what I
So
saw,
it's like
I
they were-
got very like at least the trailer we saw, Luke. I thought it was more "Call Me by Your Name," like
That's what I
type
thought.
of vibes.
That's
Isn't
right.
that
And
funny?
yeah,
No,
like
That's what I
if
thought.
you
not at
saw
all what I
that
thought.
trailer, you'd go into it thinking that it was just a romance.
Well, also, hence why I thought I was gonna fall asleep during this because call Me by Your Name. I was struggling through that. I was tired when I started watching it. And I was like, by the end of it, it's so slow.
Mark,
Isn't that funny though?
Mark, did we
um,
watch Call Me by Your Name together?
Yes,
you guys did.
I feel like we were
How do
both
I-
Movie
kinda in
Pass.
state
That was
where we were
Movie
like-
Pass. Matt, anything that came out in
It was Movie Pass
2017
era.
was Movie Pass.
And that movie is fine, but I remember us both being like at the end of it being like, I'm a little tired.
I'm tired.
You know?
Did you guys hear about? Because the movie came out when I was born, so none of you probably remember it happening in real life. But apparently, when Brokeback Mountain came out, they straight baited.
No way,
Like,
did
They
they?
made posters and maybe even a trailer that made it look like
Mm-hmm.
it was a romance either
Oh,
between
farming.
Keith and Michelle or Anne and Jack. And then like people went to see the movie, and I heard that like old people walked out.
Oh, of course they
like once
did.
they realized and everything, but they straight baited. Isn't that hilarious?
That's so
Like,
funny.
it's
It was doing reverse
Yes.
conversion therapy. It's like we're gonna bait you
Yes.
into the theater.
what? Yeah.
Matt, you mean by opening people's minds? Your way of interpreting
Yes.
that was reverse conversion therapy?
You know what I was meant. You know
Opening
what I
people's
good.
minds?
know what I
Yeah,
was meant?
it was.
You know what I
It
was
was
meant.
well intentioned.
By the way, Intentions. Apparently Emerald Fennell's favorite movie is Cruel Intentions. Have you
Oh,
guys seen
really?
Cruel Intentions?
I don't even know what
I
it's
have not.
about.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
It makes sense.
It's
It makes
mean. Aren't the people in it like real fucked up?
sense. Yeah.
Do they have cruel intentions?
Is that the one with
Yes.
Sarah Michelle
Yes.
Gellar?
Yes.
Okay. No.
She the one from I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And Daphne.
And
And
Ryan
Daphne.
Felipe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in that movie.
He's in
Uh,
I Know What You Did Last Summer and Cruel Intentions, so they're in it together.
Selma Blair, right?
Selma Blair and
Ah.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, Reese Witherspoon.
Ooh, guys, I
What
was
a
in a
cast.
Legally Blonde mood
great.
yesterday.
Legally Blonde is amazing.
Did you watch it or did you watch
I
it?
couldn't tell if I was in the mood for watching it or if I was just feeling like Legally Blonde, you know? Like, it was just my mood. I was
What
trying to
did you-
explain
did
what
you
that
do
meant,
anything-
but I couldn't.
Did
You
you
just
do
feel it.
anything for Valentine's
Oh, I get
Day?
it. I get it.
Valentine's Day, we watched The Bachelor and Bluey.
Of course.
Nice.
Of course.
Sick.
We're on episode 46 of season 1.
Well,
Nice.
Lots of episodes.
They are only 7 minutes long.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm telling you guys you have to watch it because they're 9 minutes on Disney Plus, but a minute 40 of that is credits. So it's like 7 minutes long. And they also have like a credit sequence, which is like 30 seconds. So the content you get is about 6.5 to 7 minutes. So it's
Now,
real
what did you do for
quick.
Valentine's Day? Besides
So
Saltburn?
Katie and I had like done like a dinner and stuff a little before that because we didn't want to have to compete with other people out going to dinner on Valentine's Day. So we ordered Freddy's
Uh-oh.
in and 8 cheese curds. And,
Nice.
Hi. And what did we watch? I can't
Wait,
remember.
wait,
what we
wait. Nathan, for you.
watched.
Reno 911. She's starting to watch it.
Oh, did I tell you? Oh, so I told Mark. It was her idea. She said, "Can we start watching Reno 911?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yes!" Heard it on was kept seeing the clip of New Boot goofing on the internet, and she's like, "I want to watch this." And
Yeah.
she thinks that what Dangle's her favorite, but she finds Clemmy so funny too.
Yes.
It's Dangle and Clemmy.
They're all incredible. That
Yes,
makes
they
me
are.
so happy. Holy shit.
It's so funny.
What a show.
But that's what.
Well, good. Very
Oh my
good.
god, did you see the state released an unaired state sketch?
What?
No.
You did not
It's
tell
on
me
David
this.
Wayne's YouTube, and I saw it on Instagram. I'm sorry, Luke. You were in another city.
That's not true. Yeah, that is not true.
Yes, it is. He just came down today.
No, you were going to
Oh,
say
okay,
state,
okay.
so I was saying that's not true.
No. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. Important
Well,
news.
shoot. And they didn't tell me.
Fake friends. Do you guys want to
Mm.
do the Mark? You were saying you to go over like what we've been watching and reading.
Well,
and
let's
stuff? Do
see
you
if
wanna
any.
Hold
start?
on.
First, oh god, if anyone has anything else about Saltburn first, we should
Yes.
do that
Okay.
first. So last thoughts on Saltburn, and then if you recommend it or not, and then we go over what we did for the week.
The fuck? No, I want to talk about that.
That
for
confused
mine.
me.
No, Chris, I'm currently reading it. You're not currently reading it. I get to talk about it. No, because I'm currently reading it. I'm currently reading it. Oh my god! What the fuck? Close my door.
Us?
That was so intense.
I cannot believe that. You just came in and took my book.
Oh, I need to go get my book so I can show you how
No,
cool it
I
is.
but Go get your book then. Matt and I will
Fine,
talk.
we'll banter. You know what's funny, Kelly? Is
Luke,
that
it's what
when
you're.
I watched...
Hold on. Luke needs to put on his headset. Luke, it's what you're currently reading. Why'd you grab like 5 fucking books?
He
Well,
stole the book that I'm currently reading.
It's the series
He
that I'm
came
reading. I'm making my favorite books.
Okay.
I'm
Hold on, I'll be right back.
reading it.
Matt, you would like these books, I think. I think you would.
No, I saw you guys both keep logging. Is her name Tana French? Or
Hannah
was it?
French.
Yes.
You
I
would.
did not. I
think
don't
you'd
know
like.
who she is. I don't know anything about this.
She is an
Are you
Irish
talking about
American author
Saltburn
who's in
first?
Ireland.
We're supposed to be still
Saltburn.
talking about Saltburn.
I wanted... So Kelly, when I had watched it, I didn't have like strong feelings, I feel like. And like I was just like, it's fine. And then like talking about it now has been a lot of fun. Like
Good. Okay.
so I
I'm
feel
glad.
like you kind of brought me more on that side, because I was kind of just like hanging in the middle. You brought me more on the enjoying it side.
Good. Thank you. That's
Yes.
You influenced
when
him.
I just thought there was so much to discuss, good and bad, about this movie. I think there's a lot, like there's stuff I haven't even talked about because we mainly didn't talk about the movie. And I can't think of them now. But I just thought there was so much to unpack with that movie, and I really liked it, and I thought that it was beautiful. And go ahead.
Can you think of anything specific that was like a negative that you wanted to talk about? Because you said the good and the bad.
Oh, I don't like the villain monologue.
Neither
I don't
do
think
I.
it was necessary.
So yeah, I didn't think they needed that, or the clip show of
Yeah.
like what he did at the end, because I feel like the movie, yeah, it stands on its own without him. They feel like crutches that don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe I don't know, because I told you I liked it even more the second time around, and I still really liked it the first time. That's only the really thing that I can pinpoint that isn't nitpicky. That's just something that I didn't vibe with. I overall though really liked it, and I would totally recommend it to people, honestly, because like I don't think there's anything too crazy in it, and at the least, watch it with someone and you'll have a fun time.
It'll spark discussion for sure. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
good date movie.
No, absolutely. Yeah, because you'll have a lot to talk about. There won't
Yeah,
be
you
a
will.
lull in the conversation, and then you'll be
No,
like,
there will
"Okay,
not.
you into that?
Yeah, you'd be like,
Hey, you know
Yeah.
that scene?"
that was so weird, right? Unless, no,
Unless,
yeah, no, it's totally...
yeah, exactly.
Stupid.
As long as it's consenting.
Unless.
Except for the that one
Felix
part.
did
Yeah.
not
Yeah, not that one.
consent to the cum licking either, or the grave scene. But at least the period scene, that was consensual. There's fine.
That
whatever.
was too. That least problematic part of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kelly, you just say cum licking, but that's not the problem. It's bathwater.
Sorry, it is a problem because the person whose cum it was did not consent to it.
Yes.
Did not
It was just
know
you
at
describing it was an understatement.
it was rimming the drain.
Yeah, yes.
That-
That's the one thing
Dude,
that I will
that's
say. Like, you know how I felt after Hereditary, where I couldn't get that part out of my head. When I was taking a shower yesterday and I looked down into my drain, I can't not think of it, which is disgusting. And so the other parts didn't get me like that. The grave fucking, the period. It was just
period one isn't even that crazy.
no. But it's just
I
the
wouldn't
way
want-
it's the way he slurps. Like, you know, they're ADRing it too, so they're slurping. Like, I can't. It's bad. Ugh. Nothing to do with the cum. It's just the drain. It's a drain. It's disgusting.
I have a good joke. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I wouldn't want period blood in my mouth. I wouldn't want blood in my mouth, period.
You're...
Hey.
But there's
That's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Wrong with it if you do.
That's
Everyone
beautiful.
who's not video watching, go back and see how long it took for Luke to understand the joke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of which,
This is why we shouldn't videotape Steve.
Luke, like 20 minutes ago, I was laughing while someone else was talking because I was looking at you completely dissociated. And you were like
Yes,
that for a while.
You're not supposed to see me dissociate, guys.
Come here, Simba.
Hi, Sky.
Hello, Simba.
Oh, she's not happy.
I feel like she's grown.
Yeah, she's big.
Oh, big girl.
Okay, I guess I'm like this now.
Mark's a table.
Okay.
Roscoe was right outside the door. I think he's been scared because it sounds like we're talking to ourselves.
Oh, he's concerned for your well-being.
Yes.
Okay, Matt. Final thoughts on Saltburn.
Final thoughts. Entertaining enough. It's fun to have a movie that kind of just generally gets into the, people are talking about it. It's a conversation. I appreciate it. I would, recommend. Go ahead, watch it.
Oh wait, I had another thing. I thought the opening when it said Saltburn, that was beautiful, and
Oh,
it
I
was
like
like
the-
stop motion.
Yeah,
Thing.
that was
Yeah.
very cool.
Luke. Final thoughts on Saltburn.
I really liked it. I thought I thought all the characters were interesting, and I think that says a lot. My thoughts aren't as thought out or well articulated as you guys's were, but I feel like it. I really liked it. I think it did like say things about class, but I thought
Yeah.
they did it well, and I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Good.
I didn't mean to sound like they didn't say anything about class. I just don't think that was the main thing going on, and I think
Yeah.
a lot of people are.
Yeah, I thought it was way more about obsession with love, like we were talking about, than it was with
And
money.
Liking shiny things.
Liking
This
shiny
was the
things.
shiny thing. Yeah.
Yes, shiny, like Moana. Mark, you can
Ooh,
go.
that song's been stuck in my head recently, Luke.
You know, Jermaine Clement is
Of
the
all-
singer.
Okay,
You're
I've not been
kidding me.
listening.
Yeah,
to
he's
that.
the voice of that character.
Kelly,
My
that
God.
song I've not been listening to, but I've been listening to How Far I'll Go and You're Welcome, and then that song immediately pops in my head after of Shiny. So
Of course.
it's because Trinity and I can't stop singing "Love is an Open Door" to each other. So it's compulsive at this point.
I know that song actually.
That and the
And so
Alvin and
the-
Chipmunks Christmas song.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah!
It's an interesting
So-
dynamic in this household, guys.
It does sure seem like it. What
Mark.
are your thoughts on Saltburn?
My final thoughts.
Final
It entertained me for 2 hours and 11 minutes, and it's a movie I did not expect to. I like that mainstream audiences are watching it. Because like even I heard someone talk about it, and they were like, "It's a good movie, but there's a couple parts," and I thought that they're just being homophobic. But no, I think they were talking about The Drain. So
This movie is actually making people homophobic.
that's what it is.
It made me more, and I'm already.
Excuse me. What does this podcast become? But I would recommend it to certain people, to be honest. Not everyone that I interact with would I recommend it to. Just like I don't think it's their vibe, but I think it's a
Should
good
tell
movie.
Dad to watch it.
I might.
I think there needs to be more movies where it's a cast full of deranged bisexuals.
That's what
Yeah.
this movie
Every
was.
character.
was one
That's what this
movie-
movie was. Oh, that's Rocky Horror. That's the point of Rocky
Yeah.
Horror. But,
Yes.
Yeah.
True. But
Hot
yes,
Rod.
I would recommend.
Rod,
I would
every
recommend
Gregor
to
Rocky
those
movie.
people.
Cool.
People who like movies.
People who, yeah,
Appreciate.
yes.
like, I think
What I was trying to say is like
cinematography,
people
too.
who are into like the art of film.
Yeah.
I feel like they'd appreciate it.
But I would recommend it even to more mainstream people that are looking for an interesting movie. I just wouldn't do like, go around and be like, oh, everyone needs to watch this movie. I don't think it's an everybody movie. It's good though.
Not like Paris, Texas.
What?
I know, guys. I want to see that movie. I didn't. So that's
Yeah.
part of the state sketch, right?
Yeah.
But I read the plot, and I didn't realize that was the plot.
And no, I
So
added it to
I'm
my watch
excited.
list too. Mark, do you remember that state sketch?
Did I see that one?
We
David,
haven't finished. I don't think we finished, did we?
I have not finished the
We
state,
still have more to watch with.
but
yeah.
Matt hasn't finished Burning Love, so
that is
Oh,
true. I've only seen
shit.
season 1. I watched
wow.
I might have to.
Bachelor in Paradise recently.
Ooh, the
And
most
my
recent
God.
season.
Everyone is this.
Ah.
They only have like a couple of seasons on Hulu.
Oh,
which
the
is where
newest
I
one
had
isn't on
found
there.
it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, with these people, I recognized a lot of them. They're freaking out over everything for like no reason. I was like, chill out.
You should watch Burning Love 3.
That's my review. Chill out.
Chill
So
out.
that's serious.
Okay, what have
Mark,
we been doing?
Now,
Wait, Kelly has one more.
Kelly, what?
Sorry. I haven't seen this movie, but I think it was a direct inspiration to Saltburn. It's an Italian movie from 1968 called Theorem, and it's about this guy who's only named the Visitor, and he ingratiates. How do you say that word? How do you say the word? Help.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Himself into this upper class family, and he seduces every one of them, from the maid to the father, and then he just leaves randomly, and it just it just leaves like the wake of what he left. And it definitely seems like that was an inspiration for this movie. And something interesting I saw was that the director of Theorem, in what's that one word what's that one word?
You don't know what you're saying. What?
What was interpretation?
We got there.
Interpretation was that the Visitor was an angel of the Lord.
Oh.
I knew Luke would have a reaction. Anyway, I thought that was interesting, so I want to watch that movie.
If Oliver is also an angel of the Lord, then what was the grave fucking scene?
I'm saying that. Maybe angels do that. I don't know.
You don't know.
We don't know what angels cum does.
They look like a million floating eyeballs. That's what I've heard.
Mark's reaction.
That was just okay.
Okay.
I'm
what
sorry.
do we do? What do we
I
do
just
this?
thought that
What have we been watching and reading?
Yeah, Mark, you start. Yeah, what have you been up to?
So much Bluey. You guys have to watch this show.
Okay.
It's just a good time. Oh God, there goes Luke to go get another book. He only has 4 lined up. He just grabbed 2. Okay.
Hello.
I've been watching Bluey. I started Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the first episode, and I very much liked it. Fell asleep during the second one. There's a really weird part. It was kind of like boring on the floor. Not really, but it was interesting, and I fell asleep to that, and I had really weird dreams.
Oh no.
Movies. We just watched Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I want to watch all of them in a day.
When he says no, oh my God, ooh, still chills.
Yeah,
good movie. And Kingdom is coming out soon.
Yeah.
So
March.
I think it's May.
So I come up in May.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
But other than that, originals. But what we were doing is we're watching like one season of originals and then a Mike Flanagan miniseries and then one season.
Of course.
So that's when we watched Hill House was after season 1. Then we watched.
Of course.
No. Because it's Hill House. We already watched Hill House, and then Doctor Sleep we just watched because it's a movie. And the next miniseries is Bly Manor, so that's the next thing we have to watch. But we just finished season 2 of Originals, which was the best season in the Vampire Diaries universe so far, in my opinion. Klaus, my favorite character, is a disaster, and he contradicts himself every episode. But it makes me like him even more because he's like screaming at people for not being loyal to their family, but literally he was trying to kill his sister last season. So I'm just like, whatever.
It happens.
He's
apples and oranges.
Yes. But yeah, other than that, just too much Bluey. And then I've been reading, but I read one book at a time. Luke, I know you do it one time. You just kind of.
I read.
He does.
Okay. It's The Dark Tower 3: The Wastelands, which I really like this like universe type of one. There's another one that has the train on it, which is like there's like a main one that comes out that has a train on it, but I really like this cover, so I bought this one on eBay. But also,
it's at Bookman's.
Also,
if you want to look covers like that.
Yes. Well, I saw it at Bookman's. It's a cat.
Was that a cat?
So that's my bookmark. But you want to see the other bookmark I use?
Look, it's you, Mark.
I know it's backward.
That's where it went.
This is in one of my books,
You do
and
not
so
remember
I've just
that.
been
You do
using
not
this.
remember
No,
that.
I would use it when in middle school. I mean, that was my
Luke.
bookmark.
Luke.
I also had one of Hail the Despero,
So
I love.
which I do have still in my Hobbit book.
when I do paperbacks, I use this one because it's a 3D printed one from Etsy, and then when I do
Oh wow,
hardcovers, I use this one.
that's crazy. See, now I write my name differently now. I write the uppercase K instead of the lowercase. 'Cause I think the
Oh.
lowercase K looks weird. I think so. It's like
So this is a relic. It looks like an R.
yeah. I mean, sometimes I do that still.
Or-
But you see how the E? Okay, well, okay. So you see how
Huge
the
E.
E swirls like that? That
Gigantic
tells me
E.
vanity.
Is it backwards to you guys too?
That's not the first time
No,
he's made
it's
that joke.
it's front way.
Okay, it looks
No, you
backwards
gotta
to
see
me.
Count
so
and
the
Mr. Ripley.
audience
I
does.
made a good joke.
Oh, yeah, it is in the Town to Mr.
Anyway.
Good joke, dude.
About
Thank you.
vanity with the way you write your name or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's an exact line that he says. You
Okay. I should watch
He's
that
so
movie.
funny in that movie.
Yeah,
Matt
that's
Damon?
probably
He is
Favorite
so
Matt Damon
funny
role.
in that movie. He plays like a sociopath, but he is just he's so funny for some reason.
I can't wait.
Oh, I also watched Shin Godzilla, which was from 2016 that people said was like
Yeah, I saw
the
that.
best one, but before Godzilla minus one. I
Before
like
minus
Godzilla
I
minus
didn't know
one
that
a
came
lot
out.
more, but it was a good movie. It was good, and it was all like a political satire type of thing.
Who say what now?
The entire thing is how the government is reacting to Godzilla. There's literally that's kind of like where an issue could be is like there's like no human characters that you connect with because literally the entire plot is just cutting around how people are reacting in the government to different parts of it, which is good. But like Godzilla minus one is, I like it. I like it better. Also, this is okay. This is off topic, and then I'll let you guys go. Apparently, Godzilla minus one was made with like $15 million, and that's it. And it
That's
looks
crazy.
amazing for 50. Like it actually looks really good.
Not a lot.
It's
For
not
an
a lot.
Oscar for visual
Oh,
effects.
no
Yeah.
CGI.
Yes.
Isn't it crazy how much movies cost?
Right?
know.
Like that could.
Like that's
Un-
low for a movie.
Let's
Is
see
it- Yeah,
Godzilla
it is low.
2014. I'll
Oh.
look at 2014. So that was 10 years
guess-
I
ago.
guess 5 billion.
Stop.
guess-
Billion.
My guess is like 85 million.
Wait, what are we
For-
Oh
guessing?
no.
Godzilla
Wait, wait,
2014.
don't tell us.
Oh,
budget.
no, 86.
Don't tell us. Don't
billion.
tell us. We're all gonna make guesses.
Okay.
Godzilla 2014.
Matt, you said 85 million. 86 million.
What is this price?
Yes.
I
Kelly.
haven't seen the movie, so I don't, and I have no concept of anything. So
Had to pay
Like
for
Bryan
Bryan
Cranston.
Cranston.
Yeah. Yep.
Can I say 102 million?
Okay.
I think that's pretty.
So keep in mind the reason I also want to compare this one was this is 10 years ago, American made film, and Godzilla has about the same amount of screen time, I think it said, which is one of the lowest on each one. But Godzilla minus
Yeah.
one is because it does it really well. 15 million for Godzilla minus one. 10 years ago, Godzilla 2014, 160 million.
That's crazy.
160.
Yeah, Kelly was the
I was
closest.
close.
I mean-
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
so
let's
excessive.
go, bro.
When you pay Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, that's all the
150 million.
and then 15 million
Guys,
to
movies
like
are
it's just like
lot.
when you like allocate your budget correctly, like it was probably all to like, Godzilla CGI, and then everything else was like probably practical, so they could save the money to do it. But I think it looks really good. There's like two parts that like what like a movement looks a little bit like, but like oh my
Well, that
god, for
makes it
15
better.
million it looks amazing for 15 million. Anyway,
That's all over 10 times the budget. That's so nuts.
yes, for 10 years ago too.
Oh, look at that! Look at that accountant math.
Like almost 11 times.
Okay, all right. We're gonna make Luke have to wait on his stupid
Yes.
books he has to do. Kelly, you go.
Me?
Yeah.
Do Matt first.
Matt, what are you doing?
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
okay.
come in here and steal and get it. I'm prepared.
I'll do the movies I watched first. I watched Before Sunset, which is this.
I
sequel
need to see those.
Before
Have
Sunrise.
you bought those?
I did. You can borrow them when you want to.
is that like
Thank you.
is that like the before series like after? It's just like after.
except
That's-
totally different. Yeah, yeah.
That's clutch, bro.
I'm
Huh?
sorry. Isn't there
That's my
a
joke.
after movie called Before be called
Ever after,
ever.
after
Happy.
after ever happy. You're so
Okay,
good.
funniest movie titles. Ever After Happy,
Happy.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, very
That's
funny.
pretty
Yes.
good. You know what? Eyes Wide Shut has been out for so long, like it doesn't process to me how dumb of a
Right.
title it is.
Silly.
Like,
It's
if you-
silly.
If that came out now and I saw that, I'd be like, that's fucking funny. What does that mean? And then I also watched Past Lives, and
I also want to see that. That's on Paramount.
that, yes, Paramount,
Okay.
and then Saltburn. For shows, I've been rewatching True Detective, and then also watching the most recent season of True Detective.
Man.
I only watched the
I'm
first
into
one.
season. Okay, I'm all the way. There's only one episode left.
Mm.
There's only
I'm
6
3
this season.
episodes in. What?
Yeah, there's only 6 this
I'm
season.
halfway. Crap.
Yeah.
I'm behind.
And I'm in season 3, going through the other way.
Interesting.
And I'm also watching Abbott Elementary.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
me too. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that.
It's good so far.
Ooh,
It's
when
very
when Jacob was like Gregory, my king, my guy.
Wait,
funny.
Luke, have you seen it yet?
No.
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Nothing else.
Well, I'm waiting till more come out.
Okay,
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
you basically spoiled the entire show.
but that's
Yeah,
like
you did.
Matt. That
Fuck,
line though.
Mark.
That line though.
Yeah.
I was actually laughing so. So Jacob kills.
There were a couple of lines. Yeah,
Yeah,
the writing
there's
is
another
really
one I
good.
won't say.
What else? Okay, so reading, I told you I've been reading Secret History.
Mhm.
But also I had taken a break and had read A Separate Piece
Oh my gosh,
again.
I saw. That's one of my favorite books of all time.
So here's what happened. Katie and I went to Bookman's here, was having a warehouse sale. They needed to clear out their warehouse. So they were selling things for like $1 and $2. And so we went, and it was like, take whatever you want. And I found A Separate Piece, and I was like, oh my God, I read this when I was like 17 and haven't read it since. It was even better this time around. I was like, oh my God, this book is so good. No wonder I liked it when I read it when I didn't ever read. And that's how I know it was good.
Yeah. I have
Um,
3 copies of that book. It's
hell
one
yeah.
of my favorites.
which I wonder if you have the one I have.
I'll show you all 3.
Okay. I have the one that was like from 1982 or whatever, when John Knowles had another book come out called Peace Breaks Out. So on the front of this one, it says author of Peace Breaks Out.
Yes. And that's
Yeah,
the
that
one I
one.
read.
That's it. That's
You
the
can
one
see
I
all
have.
the tabs in it.
Yeah.
I
That is
also have-
so. Robert Sean Leonard from Dead Poets. Say that every time.
Oh, yes. This exists. What would you say again? Robert
Wait.
Sean.
Did I say
Wait.
it wrong?
I don't know. I don't
you
know
say
what his.
Lennon?
I said
Leonard?
Robert Sean Leonard.
Oh, okay.
Leonard, I believe it is.
I could not fact check you on that. But I love that genre. So that Dead Poets and the Holdovers and probably the Secret History all
Yeah.
fall into the same category for me
Oh,
of New
It's Dark
England.
Academia.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Well, I like
Yeah.
it, whatever it's called.
Matt,
Dark
you should read this
Academia.
book. You should read this book called
It's
If We
called-
Were Villains.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. That's my
Okay,
favorite book
okay,
of all
okay.
time. It
Okay.
feels it's like it's inspired by the Secret History, but it's these Shakespeare students, and instead of being about awful hate like the
It's
Secret
about-
History, it's about love.
Hell yeah.
Mark would also like it.
Oh,
But he wasn't listening.
wait,
So.
You would love If You Were Villains, I think.
I,
Yeah,
I will
it's my
read it. I'm on
favorite book.
a I'm on
You
a
guys-
reading kick, but
Oliver
I forgot.
is so Mark.
I forgot.
Not
Matt,
Oliver
I-
from Saltburn. Oliver from
Matt,
If.
Matt did
Matt
it right.
and Mark are Oliver from If.
Yeah.
It's really
Matt, you did it right. I meant to mention the stuff I read from the last time I talked to you guys, so I need to say
Yeah.
the stuff I read real quick.
Please go.
Salem's Lot. I finished.
You finished. Yes, I saw that.
I read Amy's book.
I know I need to
Freak
read
Night
that.
at the Sleazy Motel. It was very quick. It was disgusting at one part, Amy. You hear me? But shout out, it was pretty good. And then that's it. Those were the 2 I've read since I talked to most of you guys last, and then The Wastelands. Okay, continue.
Nice.
I also finished American Gods,
Oh yeah.
which was good. Yeah, that was a good
Right.
one.
Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman.
Neil.
Good writer. Great writer.
Are you gonna watch Good Omens? Because you should.
I want to
And
read the
watch
book
Stage.
first because you gave me a
Okay.
copy of the book.
Yes.
And then I will. The only other thing I wanted to tell you, I told Mark before you guys got on. We got another pet. um,
Of it, but I don't know what it. What it. Tell us.
Luke, you want to guess?
Yeah, Lucas. Parakeet.
Guinea pig.
It's a rat.
Oh, I was, yeah.
And his name is Reggie. He's Reggie the rat.
Oh my god! Oh my
And
god! Oh my god!
I'll send you a picture of him.
Holy
He's very
shit.
cute. What happened was I had already told Mark, but someone on Nextdoor was like, "Hey, I bought this feeder rat to feed to my snake, and the snake won't eat it. For whoever wants him, he's free." And so what Katie and I were gonna do is she was gonna get him and take him to Humane Society. And as soon as we showed up, as soon as I saw him, I was like, "Oh no, we have to keep him." He's so
excited.
cute.
He gave you the eyes.
He did.
That's
I'm gonna try to.
incredible, Matt. Sorry.
It's okay, so there's the first thing, and then I also wanted. Oh, I just sent it to Katie. She's gonna be so confused.
Tell Katie I say hi.
Yeah.
I
Tell
will.
Katie I say hi. Tell tell Reggie I say hi. Tell Sky I say hi. That's Mark.
That's mine.
Mark, you tell Sky I say hi. Matt, tell Joan I say hi. Tell CJ I say hi. Tell.
Katie just sent back the laughing face. Sorry. She's back.
Oh my god! Oh my god! He's holding the bars like he's in jail. Matt, I love your rat.
Thank you. The other one was
What the
Katie
wait, hold
typed
on,
in
hold on.
typed in Danny DeVito into an AI app, and that's what it spat out.
What the fuck? Oh my god, he's a
Oh,
prisoner.
rat.
Look at him.
I know it's like he's in jail.
I'm gonna send
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
all the Danny DeVito things that it
Do you
spat
remember
out.
the Tale of Despero?
Do
about
I
the
ever?
Remember the
Wow.
Geronimo books?
Well, that's
So
Oh,
of course, Geronimo Stilton.
Holy shit.
Holy moly, Kevbot.
Insane.
Wait, this is like Dune Part 2.
yeah.
god damn it.
I
Okay, you know what? Move on. Kelly, what have you been
Sorry.
reading?
Okay, I'm done. I'm so sorry.
Matt, I love your rat.
Thank you.
This is another copy of Separate Piece I have. It's kind of funny. Reminds me of that one copy of The Shining.
Yes, the original
then-
one. Yeah.
This is the other one.
Oh, I've
The
seen
bigger-
that one for sure. Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that one. That one's good.
Should I start with movies, TV, or book?
Whatever you want.
Movies.
Okay. Since most of the movies I've watched have been with Luke, so he already knows about all that. But I watched all of the first season of Feud, which
Oh yeah.
is
I've seen
really
it.
fucking good. Both of their performances in it are so incredible. Just Susan Sarandon's voice is so good. And so then Luke and I watched Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Oh,
which
I've not seen that one.
might be the first one to
Ooh.
ever say this. Really good movie.
Unpopular opinion.
First,
And
first
then-
one.
And then Mark, stop having the same name. Mark, Trini, and I watched Popstar together.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
And then I made Luke watch Lost Boys with me.
Ooh,
You
that's
didn't
a watch.
make me.
You wanted to watch Skyfall, which we did. Lost Boys, one of my favorite movies of all time. It's incredible. They need to bring back glam rock vampires like this photo right here. This is
Oh, yes,
example.
the best picture ever.
I love The Lost Boys so much. And then Luke and I watched Skyfall, which is the only James Bond movie I've ever seen.
That's a
I'm
good
gonna
one.
watch
That's a
any
good
James
one
Bond
to
movie.
only watch.
And I don't like action movies, but I had a good time with this one because it was just crazy bullshit happening
Yep.
all the time.
Yeah.
And I like
Javier
it
Bardem.
because everybody is so sassy in this movie, and everyone is constantly trying to out diva each other, and it's incredible, and I love it.
Matt,
Speaking of action movies, I gotta. Sorry, Luke, go.
I was gonna say, would you agree that you think Casino Royale would be Kelly's favorite over Skyfall? I haven't seen
It
it
has
since we watched it
Mads.
together.
It has Mads,
It
but
has
it's
Mads.
saucy.
But it doesn't
Yeah, so-
have. But it doesn't have Ben Whishaw in it. The first one
No,
he's in is
but
Skyfall,
it has-
and that
it
adds
does have-
1,000 points to Skyfall.
But Jeffrey Wright is in Casino.
Okay.
So the reason I was
Alright,
thinking
yeah.
it is because Skyfall isn't. I'm sorry, Casino Royale isn't as fun as Skyfall in terms of what the heck's going on with the action. But I don't
like
know.
the
It's like
vibes
the
of it.
gambling.
I like the
There-
vibes of Casino Royale more. But I
Yeah,
haven't
I
seen
was
it,
gonna say
but-
the vibes and some of the scenes I think you are gonna like more in that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care really about the action in Skyfall, but it kept me entertained and it was fun enough. And I like the fact that he got shot off a train, and then they just don't explain who the woman he was sleeping with at the beginning was. And also, the whole thing. I like that it's Moneypenny who shot him. I think that's
that's
I
good.
think that's so funny. I love that him and I like that it's a lot about Dame Judi Dench, and that
Mom.
her and Daniel Craig are always bitching each other out. And then if she's not bitching Daniel Craig out, she's bitching out Javier Bardem, and then he's bitching her
Or
out.
Ray Fiennes.
Or Ray Fiennes, or they're bitching each other out. Also, canon James Bond bisexual,
Yep.
incredible. What's not to like about this movie? Anyway, moving on.
I was gonna say,
Also,
speaking of
the fact
action
that they
movies,
killed M.
speaking of action movies, I got a really weird urge to watch Live Free or Die Hard. I didn't though.
No, I get that urge
Quickly
sometimes
that-
too. So when I was younger, Live Free was my second favorite.
Live Free
I don't know
is the
if
best.
Die Hard. I don't
It's not
know
true.
if Die Hard with a Vengeance would be that one might be number 2, but Live Free, Justin Long,
It was something about Justin Long, and
the Oliphant.
you know what it is? It's every time I'm driving.
Oh my
So
God.
every single time I drive,
The
lights. I'm like, the lights are gonna
That's
go
what
out
I
like
think.
Live Free or
Yeah,
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Isn't-
And then Kevin Smith.
Kevin
Yeah,
Smith
so-
was in it.
And
Yeah,
Timothy-
he's like the
isn't-
hacker.
Isn't Timothy Oliphant the bad guy
Yeah.
in that?
Yes.
He's so bitchy. Yeah. I
The
love it.
only PG-13 Die Hard.
Is that not the one where then there's naked in front of TV?
That's Die Hard
Okay.
2, Die Harder.
Who's the villain in that one?
William Sadler.
Yeah.
Adler.
okay.
Yeah. That's his introduction as a character. Yeah.
Okay,
Live
All
Free
right,
is a good movie.
Kelly,
Live Free, Die
what else have you been watching, reading?
Okay, then I saw this only like 2 days ago. Maya and I saw Lisa Frankenstein
Oh yeah, how was it?
Oh, yes.
in theaters, which is fun. I wish the people in my theater were better because
Whoa!
I,
You saw it in theaters?
yeah,
Yeah, it's in theaters only right now.
it's in theaters.
Well, I didn't know what it was, and I didn't want to know because I didn't want spoilers.
just
but that's
came
cool.
out. So it's the screenwriter Diablo Cody who did Jennifer's Body and Juno. And so that's why I watched. Yeah, okay. We'll get to it. I was laughing at things and nobody else was laughing,
Oh.
so I was a little bit like self-conscious the whole time. And so some things felt a little bit awkward and stilted, but I didn't know if it was like the way it was filmed or if it was just because the vibe in the theater wasn't the best. Because I know if Maya and I were the only two people in that theater, we would have been screaming and yelling shit and having the best time. But those other people, they needed to get on the vibe. And so then we watched Jennifer's Body, which I can't believe I've never seen before. Me,
You hadn't seen it?
of all people,
I haven't
hadn't
either.
seen Jennifer's Body.
Oh,
Oh,
I've seen
it is
Would
so
Mark like
fun.
it? Would Mark like it?
I do think Mark would like it.
Okay.
Yes, it is just a fun
Well, it has
watch.
Amanda Seyfried too, right?
Yes, it is.
What?
She's the main character, and they try to convince us
What?
she's a nerd by putting glasses on her.
Oh,
Yeah.
nerd.
I didn't know.
oh,
Those are my
Amanda
favorite
Seyfried.
movies.
Yes. It's a lot of fun. Yes, it's just Matt, you had mixed feelings about it. I know when you watched it.
This is another one of those movies where now that I'm trying to be more of a fun movie watcher, I feel like I'd have a different opinion on it while
Yes,
watching
Mark.
it.
I want
Yes,
to
Mark.
be mean to Matt and remind him that he did not like Haunting of Hill House very much the first time he watched it.
I was in a weird place.
It's
in
okay, buddy.
life.
But,
Listen, I'm the
but
biggest
you've
hater I
grown.
know. You
but
can
you've
hate
grown.
things.
I was wrong. I was very
Okay,
wrong.
as long as you admit that.
Hey.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite show ever. Maybe. No, it's not.
Is it now?
Better Call Saul. You know what I'm saying, Luke?
I-
Hey,
Okay,
look,
okay,
look.
you know
I think,
I
look,
know
okay. I
how
think
it's
about
done.
Haunting of Hill House, and then I think all the prisoners on the bus. Better call Saul.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what?
That's out of context, insane.
yeah. But okay, I do want to say it's okay to hate things.
It is.
I love hating things.
Live your truth.
I
Yeah.
don't think I was
Luke-
being fair. I think I should for things that deserve hate. You know what
Okay,
I mean? I
Super
can
respectable.
not vibe with
Mature.
something and still not hate it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, but you can hate.
Um,
But we hate Dune, so.
Yeah, we
That's
hate
fine.
I don't
That's your
hate-
opinion. I will love it enough for
I'm
all
just
four.
I don't.
annoyed.
I don't hate it. Either. I
I
was
don't
just
like
bored.
Dune.
I was just bored. I
And
didn't
I'm
hate it. I was just bored.
Fine,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
And I didn't like
but
it.
And,
Oh.
and you hate it. Yes, Kelly.
Sorry.
Mark, Jennifer's Body, it perfectly encapsulates. My review says it all.
Okay.
It's just the teenage girlhood experience of being in a what?
The teenage girlhood experience that isn't Banshees of Inisherin?
Yes. Okay. No. Banshees of Inisherin is the middle school girl experience. Holy shit! Oh my god! If you want to know what it's like to be a middle school girl, watch the Banshees of Inisherin.
The randomizer wheel better not land on me because I know what I'm picking.
No, you can't. You're not getting the next one.
But the teenage girlhood experience of being in a morbidly toxic, codependent, homoerotic friendship, perfectly encapsulated by Jennifer's Body, Mark. So
Okay,
But
I'll
there's
have to
no
watch it.
scene in Jennifer's Body where someone goes and then just plays with a rusty chain on the playground.
that was the middle school experience.
Oh.
That was the Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah, I'm confused now. Okay, Kelly, what have you been reading?
Okay, hold on, everybody, calm down. Also, in Jennifer's Body,
my
Adam Brody is in an indie band and he wears eyeliner and he kills the person. Anyway.
You know how I said we were
TV
gonna
shows.
keep this to like a
Okay.
condensed amount of time?
Haven't even gotten to TV shows. Stop
Almost
silencing
10.
women.
I always forget I can't say this when Kelly is talking.
Luke and I. Well, I'm usually the one talking, so that's.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Luke and I are watching Search Party. It's
Okay.
really
It's very
good.
good.
I've seen
good.
Oh, right.
a lot
Yes.
of the show already. It's an absurdist masterpiece. It's incredible.
Very good.
And I have 2 episodes left of the miniseries This Is Going to Hurt. Have you heard of that?
Mm-mm.
It
It's like
stars
this.
it stars
Ben
Ben
Whishaw.
Whishaw, and it also takes place in 2006. Or is that-
Okay.
and he plays a OBGYN, and it is really, really fucking good, and I would recommend it. It's like if Fleabag was a sad doctor man who was also Ben Whishaw. I would
You've
recommend
already-
it highly.
You've already
Yes.
made the sale. You don't need to keep pitching.
Please watch it. It hurt though a lot.
Oh,
It's darkly comedic, but it's heavy. And also random tidbit. You know the one guy who was playing Lord Byron the actor that was playing Lord Byron in Ghost, that one episode of Ghost? Yeah. You know that guy?
No.
Mm-mm.
Do you know that episode of Ghost where they were filming the thing about Lord Byron at the house?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. How can I forget?
The actor who was playing the actor
Mm.
playing Lord Byron
Of course.
is in it.
I don't. Oh, cool. I just don't know who he is.
I
other
know. I
than-
thought you didn't know what I was talking about when I was
Oh,
like,
I
describing that
remember because I
Um,
remember Matthew Baton just being furious that they were
Oh,
filming
yeah.
anything about Byron.
He was gonna go drown himself in the lake. Okay.
As one does.
I think that's all I've been watching, and I've been reading The Likeness by Tana French, which Luke fucking
Nice.
stole. Which I haven't read the first one of hers, and there are things that I don't understand because I didn't read the first one. But Luke said that it was like The Secret History, but it is, Matt. It's like, but it's from like the detective's perspective almost. It's not. It's like
would like this book,
similar
Matt?
vibes. Similar vibes where it's like a group of college students and then one of them dies, but it's like this detective who looks exactly like the victim, acting as if she survived the attack.
Oh, that's weird. Oh.
And putting herself into that group of friends. So I'm reading that now. I'm almost 200 pages
Oh.
in.
Cool.
It's good.
Nice.
I'm not even halfway through, but it's good. I'm very interested. I'm super interested as to who the victim was, mostly. But I'm also having a hard time reading.
Oh.
Like I've been in reading slump for like a year. So it's
Oh,
impressive
yeah.
that I'm almost at page 200.
Yeah.
I feel that. I get into
It's
slumps
really
like
well
that.
written. It's really good.
Cool.
Okay, sorry I talk so long, Mark.
No, you're good.
Mad
You're
at me.
good. I'm just getting a little eepy.
A little
Sorry.
EP.
Little
Luke, you have
EP.
to now tell us what you've been watching and seeing.
I'll do it really quick. I've been watching what Kelly's been watching. I finished in the last 2 days. Broadchurch, one of my favorite shows already. I have heard like Broadchurch season 1 is like one of people's favorite things, and that seasons 2 and 3 aren't as good, is what I heard. But I assume I'm still gonna like it. But season 1 was some of the best like acting I've ever seen. Like it was really good. So I highly recommend. Matt, you would really like it. Mark, I think you would like it.
Check out the real.
I have been reading a lot. I started this new series just because I wanted to, which is super cool. I never do that. By Tana French, which is what Kelly was talking about. It's called Dublin Murder Squad series, where it's set in Ireland, and it's because she is Irish, and it's about the detectives that solve murder crimes, and it's pretty crazy and good. This is her first book called In the Woods. Matt, I recommend you read these books. I think you would like them. Mark?
I'm glad you know me. I'm glad you know me so well.
She is I'm gonna say it.
He's waiting. He's
She
pausing.
is my favorite author.
Oh!
She and Donna Tartt are my favorite authors.
Wow.
She and Donna Tartt are my favorite authors.
Wow.
Uh,
That was the sound of Donna Tartt falling over for a second. Then you
Well,
recovered.
Loud silence.
Anyway, so this was the first book, and I loved it a lot, and it scared the crap out of me. Like, crazy bad. So, naturally, I was like, man, oh man, what a good book. Like, I gotta go back to Bookman soon, but I'll wait. I have to do homework. But then I looked, and Cassie is the main character of the likeness, and she's the side character in this, almost main. She's the main character of the likeness, so I ran to Bookman's that day. Literally ran through the street to get the likeness and her next book, and I bought this. And this is one of my favorite books ever. This is what I was reading instead of Godzilla -1. Instead of seeing Godzilla -1, I was reading this. Not in my own house, at somebody else's house, with one lamp on while cars were zooming out in the street and stray cats were roaming around the neighborhood and coyotes. Scary business. This
Very scary.
is one of my favorite books ever. So is In the Woods. And so is this book called Faithful Place, which is her third book. Mark, I think you'd like this one.
It's like Hill House.
It's like Hill
Less
House.
sure as things go on.
It's like Hill
Oh,
House.
wait, you have to do the assignments.
It's like Hill
Yeah,
House
yeah,
show.
Hill House came out in 2010. Yes,
Yeah.
came out in 2010. So it was actually before Hill House show. It's family of 5 who deal with grief. It's
Ooh.
really good, and it's a character that's in this one. The reason I don't know if you'd like this as much is because they're like the main character. I think he's a really good character. You might
I
not
like him. I
so
like it.
I don't know, but I think you would be really interested in the sibling dynamics. Matt, you'd like all these books. I
Okay.
feel like. But this, holy crap! There's a chapter that goes on for like 60 pages where it's just this conversation between the two siblings, and it is so good. Recommend. And
Oh, no.
that very good. And then Broken Harbor is the one I'm reading now. Also, didn't realize this when I bought it. There's a drop of blood because I bought this at Bookman's.
Oh my
Whose blood is
god.
this?
That's disgusting.
The ink.
That's weird.
Are you sure it's blood?
Well, I mean, it looks like somebody like bloody nose,
Ew.
That
and
tiny?
I didn't notice that.
Well,
Look at it.
that adds to the mystery.
Is it a marker?
Probably.
Maybe.
It's
Probably.
sure it's blood.
It's
blood.
blood.
It's blood. No, it's for sure
Something
blood.
happened.
Scariest book I've ever read. Only 160 pages in, 150. Already scariest book I've ever read in my entire life. Not really, but like it could be. Like I'm getting goosebumps galore. Like, anyway, I'm really excited about this one. I'll get back to you on that when I finish. And then I also read Drawing of the Three, which is the second Dark Tower one, and it was super cool because Eddie Dean in that. I knew, Kelly told me, that Charlie from Lost is inspired by Eddie Dean, and a lot of things in Lost are inspired by Dark Tower. But reading the Drawing of the Three, Eddie Dean is like, Charlie
It's
is
Charlie.
Eddie Dean.
Yeah,
like
it's just Charlie.
His backstory is the same. Like his personality is a little bit different than Charlie's, but the backstory is the same. Brother who got him addicted to heroin.
Yeah.
Like it's
Wow.
like it's
Scene you said where he's literally doing heroin in an airplane bathroom.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
that's his
Which is-
introduction.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
exactly. Charlie and
So
Lost.
that was super cool. And I've also I Edgar Allan Poe classic stories. Once I started the Tana French books, I slowed down on this sadly, but there's so much in here. I'm on the one called Ligeia, which apparently he said is his best.
Whoa.
I
Edgar
can't remember which one
Interesting.
that is.
Apparently, I don't know. And I got this book out just to showcase it because
I already
will
know what it
read
is. I could
soon.
see it.
Oh, it's the psych book.
Yeah.
The episode I just rewatched is the one where Sean pulls this out and says we wrote a book
Oh, that's
in the
great.
middle of at the end of the episode. So that is what I have been reading, and y'all should watch Broadchurch.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Good to
have
know.
a very specific assignment that I
Yes.
did that I forgot about until now. Okay. Movies that are basically Frankenstein that aren't Frankenstein. So no Bride of, okay? So we're not doing Bride of Chucky or Bride of Reanimator.
Give
But
it.
do we do things like Frankenhooker?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Matt, Young Frankenstein.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Mark, Lisa Frankenstein.
Ooh.
Okay.
Luke, Frankenweenie.
Oh, yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
Frankenhooker.
There you
Nice.
go.
nice,
Okay.
Yeah,
nice,
it's
nice.
super
I like that.
specific,
It's
but
so
it
specific.
matches pretty well, huh?
I love it.
All right.
Oh, Kelly,
Oh.
one more thing and then we can be done.
Yeah.
Kelly, Katie wanted me to make sure to tell you that she is your #1 fan and wanted you to know that.
No.
I'm Katie's number
no.
one fan.
Trini already had that
What?
title. They're gonna have to fight.
Shit.
They're gonna
yeah,
fight.
Make them fight over me. I appreciate. I'm both of their number one fans.
Literally,
too.
I-
and Reggie the rat.
Oh, yes.
I'm also Reggie
I'll
the
tell
number
him.
one fan.
I will tell Trini I like a movie and recommend it, and she's like, okay. And I'm like, Kelly likes it. She's like, okay, we have to watch it. But no, it doesn't matter if I.
Right? I know.
They
Number
get
one
it.
fan.
They get it.
They
The girls get it.
the girls.
All right. Are we?
Well, we gotta spin.
All right. Is
Matt,
it
you're
time to
coming
do the
up
random?
next weekend, right?
Yes, I am. Just
Okay,
for the
good.
day, just for the Saturday. But yes.
Okay. Okay.
Both
Okay.
Katie and I are.
Yeah, I removed
good.
Luke. He can't pick another movie until we're all done.
Okay.
I actually
let's
so
just do it, guys.
so
should pick
I did
Ansys.
change this just to be transparent. I originally had spun 3 times to see who, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do it like that and tell you guys. I want to do it this way. So,
Yes.
okay. Does everyone have a movie if you are picked? So then we could tell Uncle Pat to watch that movie.
Beforehand.
Do you have one, Matt?
I do. I actually.
Mark, do you have one?
Yeah, I put it in the
Yeah,
chat too.
I created a list.
I have one.
earlier.
I just wanted to watch it with you, Mark, first, but it's fine if
What
it
is
lands
it?
on me.
TCT.
No.
Okay, I'm spinning.
We'll watch that one
Right.
with him.
We'll see.
TT.
Oops.
You'll know.
I clicked on an ad. I'm gonna get hacked. Okay, spinning now. Oh, it looks
You'll
like
know.
it's gonna be Matt.
Luke, tell me.
Okay. I have decided on Interview with the Vampire, which is available on Paramount Plus.
Is there multiple versions
Beautiful
of that
pick.
movie? Like
Beautiful
multiple like remakes, or is there like a
So
one?
No.
there's a show that's
Oh,
currently out,
yes.
but we're watching the 1994, I believe it
Holy
is,
shit.
one with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
Matt, I love you.
Very good. Very good.
Beautiful
I've been wanting to watch this for
Me
a long
too.
time, and I was trying to find one that none of us maybe have seen.
Yes, that's.
That's good.
I've been wanting to
okay,
watch
cool.
it for,
Awesome.
and I've seen the show and everything. So
And I've been wanting to watch it since I read the book because I really like the book. So
that's a great pick.
thank you.
Yes, I'm excited.
Mark,
for
are
this.
you not gonna tell us what your pick was?
No, not until we get to it.
Save
Okay,
it.
you're
Yeah, save
saving
it.
it?
Save it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting. That's a great. Luke, what is TCT?
They came together.
Oh my!
that movie.
Oh, you
Did I
have?
tell you guys I watched that like back like kind of when it came out,
Oh my god,
or in like
crazy.
2015
that's
or
crazy.
whatever?
We need to what? We need to show Mark.
Because all I remember, the only scene I remember is them making out and like breaking all the furniture in the house. While they
Yeah.
All right, so next
That
week.
was
Oh, sorry, Kelly. Go ahead.
IWITV.
Interview with the Vampire.
Okay.
No,
Yes.
I
Wait.
messed
No,
up.
it's Interview with the Vampire. The
IW.
Vampire Chronicles.
Yes.
IWTV TV.
What
That's the
about
longest
Queen of the
fucking
Damned?
name I've ever seen.
Yes. We will not probably be watching Queen of the Damned, but
But glam rock vampires.
Okay, so if Uncle Pat listens to this,
Literally.
Paramount Plus, Interview with the Vampire. If we end up
Interview-
ever gaining an
Paramount
audience, they'll just be referenced as Uncle Pat at this point.
yep.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
great.
name of the
So
audience.
the audience is now
That's
Uncle
great.
Pat. So,
Uncle Pat.
all right, Interview with the
Pat.
Vampire
That's perfect.
next week.
Woo!
All right, I'm stopping the recording. Goodbye.
Bye.
I,
Goodbye.
I'm sorry this